and now it's safe, because what matters is the VOD for these streams, alright? And since they're uploaded as a separate video, we're safe. I'm not gonna make the mistake of clicking on that fucking monstrosity again. Hwah! Good lord. Anyways, so, let's get things started. For those of you new here, for those of you it's your first time doing a workshop stream, I gotta tell you how this goes. I'll get to the donations in a second. I gotta tell you how this goes. So, if you want to send me something to look... Hang on, I gotta see this one too, dude. There's no way it's the same shit. There's no way it's the same shit. It is! No way! It's just porn! What the fuck? Really? Like, do you... What? There's no fucking way! It's just porn! Is this 89 cents too? Early access, because fuck it, sure, why not? Holy god! That's insane. Alright, I'm bringing this back. It's just a bunch of AI-generated furry porn, or AI-generated hentai, while you're playing a fucking aim trainer. You've gotta be kidding me, dude. Anyway, how the workshop streams work, alright? If you want to send me something to look at, join the Discord that is linked in the description below. Join that Discord, and there is a channel in there called Workshop Links, alright? That's called Workshop Links. It's not open yet. I'll give a countdown for it to open, and when it opens, please post one link, and only one link. If you post more than one link, I will ignore your message and move on to the next one, because a lot of people want to send things in for me to look at, and if you send more than one, it completely... Did Cypherlock just... I swear to God, if he just bought me that fucking game, I have to kill him. I swear to... I'm just gonna pull that over here. I swear to God if he just bought me that shit. Let it be known that I did not buy this. Okay? I did not buy this. My money did not contribute to this moment. Alright? Cypherlock bought it for me. He bought it for me. His money, not mine. Okay? His money, not mine. I'm never gonna fucking play it. Like, here's the thing, man. It's all AI shit, and AI shit sucks. None of it's good. That's just... Don't... AI is awful. It's funny now that it's in my library. Anyways, so, that's how the workshop streams go. If you want to send me a link to look at, you gotta go inside the Discord, linked in the description below. I'll give a countdown for when the workshop links channel is open, and then you can send stuff in there, alright? Please send one link at a time. One link. Only one. No maps! Don't send me maps. I can't look at maps, because I'm not gonna load them up on stream and move around in them. Please only send cosmetics. That's it. That's it. Also, I'm 24, I look 20, but I feel 50. I feel you. I feel you. I'm 30, I look 40, and feel 60. And then, Red Zur with $5. Thank you, sir. Here's the money, and then some to afford Catgirl aim train my liege. Fucking god. Well, someone beat you to the punch, man. I can now return Cypherlock the favor and buy him a copy of the furry aim trainer. Good god. Okay, so, we're fired up, we're ready. Everyone get your links. I'll give everyone a moment to get their workshop links. Get your links ready. Alright, get your links set up. And then I'll give a countdown, and then I will open the channel, and I'm gonna go in chronological order. Whatever links are sent first, that's what I'm looking at, alright? And there always tends to be a shitload of them. So if I don't get to it, I'm sorry. That just means there was a lot. Okay? Alright, I'm gonna give a countdown. Get your links ready. I'm going into permissions. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, fuck me! Immediately Discord screams at me, unusual activity joined in Zesty's pit. Unusual activity in the pit. Oh, fuck. Like, instantly 1,000 messages were sent. Jesus fuck. Holy Christ. Wow. Alright, well, that's, it's quite the flurry. I'll just get going. I'll start opening some links. Get as many as I can, and then we'll just get the ball rolling here. Oh, this guy just hit V. Oh no, he failed. He tried to do Control V, but only hit V. Oh, poor guy. Go back and edit your message. I can put it in. There it is. I got you. I got you, bud. It's back. I got you. Okay, so that was around here is where I stopped. All right, so we'll start with these. That's just... All right, here we go. We're gonna start with the very first. What's the coolest thing I've thrown in the trash? I don't think I've ever intentionally thrown something cool away. I hope I haven't. I don't know. It's a strange question. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. Anyway, first up, we have Northern Express. Train-themed war paint. Loving the color scheme. Colors are good. I'd like... So, there's something that... Oh yeah, I forgot I have to adjust my window size. I apologize. Let me just do that. Do that. Bring you up. Bring you here. There we go. Better. So, Northern Express. So, typically when it comes to war paints that have text on them, it's typically really hard to get text to fit into small spaces and then have it remain legible. This succeeds pretty well, I think. It's pretty clean and clear. Other weapons may not be so much. Curious to see. Is this a war paint or is this a custom map skin? Uses Park Pigmented. Okay, so this is a full-on war paint. Using Park Pigmented as a base. So definitely on some weapons that text is not going to be easy to read, which is ultimately just a side effect of the war paint system, like good luck reading it on the revolver or the knife. But other than the text, I think it's pretty good. I love the color scheme. You know, personally, I think you could make the stripe a little more orange and not so, like, strong rust color. Like, I think you could have gotten away with making it the same hue of orange on the train. I think you might have muted it a little bit too much. I think you can brighten it up by just a smidge. Please stop spamming V, come on. Other people might actually want to say something about what they're looking at so I can comment on it. Stop spamming V. Yeah. Other than that, I think it's pretty good. I like this war paint a lot. Clean, it's good. Good shit. I don't know what else to say. Like, what's the wear on this like? What is the wear? Do we have wear? Do we have wares? Here we go. There's the wear. So, oil as blood. Which, oh, there it is there. I feel like you could have... it's pretty good, I think. Oil as blood is nice. Yeah, I think you could brighten the orange texture, but you can make it a bit more richer, more copper-like than how muted it is. Other than that, it's a really solid war paint. Even with those two minor nitpicks, like, this is completely fine in-game, as is. It's really good. I like it a lot. Like, 9 out of 10 war paint. It's really, really nice. Billiard. This is another iteration of this. Like, I've seen so many Billiard-themed war paints. Monkey did one. Monkeys relied heavily on green. This one's playing more into the browns and tans, which I think is quite nice. Green is hard to get right in TF2 unless it's military green. And I kind of prefer this color scheme more than throwing some green in there. I think it fits... Like, TF2, if you're working on... Listen. A piece of advice that I've given so many people when it comes to making any kind of content for TF2 is that neutral colors are your best friend. Neutral colors are your best friend when it comes to making any kind of content for TF2. Washed out, pastel-y, neutral colors are your bread and butter for, like, getting, like, a baseline of something you want to work with. Either a concept, for a hat, or a skin, anything like that. That's your go-to. I think this is quite nice. I like the rich, dark wood. That is good. I fear, like, this pattern here. It's really harsh. I think harsh lines like that look really bad in TF2. And depending on what weapon you have it on, the spacing is going to look a bit worse than others. Like, for example, on the Clade, it's just like, why even have it? Effectively non-existent on the Iron Bomber. Not bad on larger areas, like on the Black Box and the Degreaser, but on smaller ones, when things come to a fine point like that on a pattern, it looks really weird. I think if you had a way to make it, like, less sharp, that might help it out a little bit. I like this, also like your mustache. Thank you. Appreciate it. They don't add war paints in the next update, or Smiths, do you think this is a sign of Valve just being done with war paints? No idea. Like, I mean, probably. But it looks dumb on the fish. I mean, you can't avoid the fish. It's gonna have to go. It has to go on everything if you're making a war paint, right? But yeah, I don't like the sawtooth pattern. I really don't. It's not that it looks bad. It's just it looks strange to have a really harsh, fine line in TF2 and then have diagonal points like that. TF2 also plays heavily on like orthogonal angles, not ones that are at like an acute angle like this. So it's like it looks odd on a TF2 texture. I'm not sure what you could do instead. Other than that, don't get me wrong, the rest of the war paint is fine. Colors are great. I love the bit of brass and gold. The tan is good, the dark wood is good, the gray. All the colors work beautifully together. It's wonderful. I just don't like this sawtooth pattern. I really don't. I'm wondering what you could do instead. I mean, frankly, you might not even need it. You could just do simple, solid colors, perhaps. I don't know, like on larger air, like when the saw teeth are bigger, like here on the minigun or like on this part of the minigun here, that looks good. Or like if you only get like one or two of them visible at any time, that doesn't look bad. But when you have like a whole bunch of them, it looks fuzzy, looks strange. I don't know. Other than that, I think it's fine. Even if it was put in the game as is, wouldn't be offended. Looks quite nice. I will still like and favorite it, but that's my only criticism with it. The Overwatch. So we have a lifeguard medic. Hat and hair and glasses actually look pretty good. Solid white shirt and a genuinely tame paint region. This is surprisingly good. I was a little worried that anytime I see something that's a complete remodel of the medic, or it's like a coach or a lifeguard, something like that, probably a lifeguard. Whenever I see someone model over the entirety of a torso, that bugs me a little bit because I always fear that it's gonna have a massive paint region, but thankfully it's only the collar and the trim on the sleeves, so I really appreciate that. Preserves pretty much everything else. Gloves are still there, team colorization is still there. I'm generally unoffended by this. I mean, this is reminiscent of the Guten Herren Cotton, if you remember that one, the slick back hair for medic. The visor cap is quite good. I think this is good. My curiosity is, how do the arms look? I want to see more. I want to see the modeling work on the arms. How do they look? Does it look weird? Honestly, not as bad as it could. Not as bad as other. They made him jacked too. Look, they gave him like some muscle definition on his arms. Yeah, I think it looks a bit strange here. Like you see it twisting and contorting like this, and then having his forearm being thicker than his upper arm like that. Just nature of having to model over the existing character model to make certain parts of skin exposed. But, that aside, it's not nearly as bad as, like, the soldier set that we received this summer, and also the other medic cosmetic we received this summer. Those are pretty bad in the modeling department. That just makes them look really thick and chunky. Like here, like in this one, they did... See, no, even the neck looks like he's got, like, a fat neck, too, see? Here? Like, his neck is puffy. God, it's a shame there isn't a way around this other than modeling over the existing player model. That's unfortunate. Can you stop spamming my chat? Every time you spam my chat, I'm just gonna ban you. Like, it's like the #1 way to get me to immediately disregard anything you have to say. It sucks because it can look good if the modeling wasn't ass. Shame. Shame. I mean, other than that, I think it's pretty good, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep myself at a passive-aggressive neutral on this one. Alpine Alpha. Pretty good, I think. Let's see. This is like a full set. It's a full set. Let's look at the full set. I don't know how I feel about an entire balaclava on the medic's head. It looks odd, covering the entire merc's head like that. I don't like that. If it was just the goggles and the headset, I think that would be better, but putting an entire balaclava over someone's head just looks strange to me. I'm not a fan of that. I would have just done the headset and the goggles and then maybe given him a different type of hairdo. I think that would have been good. Let's see. So I say no to this. I think that looks strange. And let me guess, the entire paint region is the whole fucking head. It's not. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Wow, they have a conservative paint region on this. That's awesome. Okay, so I'll give them points and props for that. The coat is quite nice though. I think the coat's good. Typically when people make coats in the game, I fear they tend to add too many details, like either too many straps or too many pockets or too many seams. This looks quite good. Tame paint region. I like the change in the medic emblem on the sleeve. I think that looks really good. I like the coat. I like the coat. I think the coat's good. I would not mind seeing this for winter. Yes, it adds just the right amount of detail. Nice tame paint region. It's just this. It's just like the inside of the collar. Interesting. I like this a lot. That's good. Okay, so this is one that Cypherlock made. So, to me, this is the first time I've seen someone make an unusual effect based off of the Steam profile pictures of the Ubered mercenaries. And this one came out quite good. Like, it looks good. This is just an effect that makes sense. And it's only team color. It's only red. It's only blue. You don't have any other hyper fluorescent variants. It's just the effect. Like, and we have insane bloat. We have wild bloat when it comes to the volume of unusual effects we have in the game. And very rarely, for me, do I see one added that I'm like, yes, I would go out of my way to find a hat with that effect on it. I would go out of my way for a hat with this effect on it. Because it's just cool. It looks like something that would be in TF2. Uber, you know, Ubered red or Ubered red or Ubered blue. I like it. Originally, the concept was actually the muzzle of the medigun when you have full charge, but then I learned more to lean more towards the profile avatars. Yeah, and I think you nailed it, man. I think you really did. This is one you definitely nailed and hit on the head. I like this a lot. I think it's very good. Nice work. $2. My question is why wasn't this made sooner? Maybe because it's easier to make, you know, clip art and have like little butterflies and cute little flowers and bugs bouncing around someone's head instead of actually putting thought into an unusual effect. Maybe. At least I don't think this has been done before. So, this is good. I like it. Good shit. Saw that already? Here we go. Texas Jock. Why does Scout need to be a cowboy? Scout doesn't need to be a cowboy. You could have just made this set for the engineer. I'm not a fan. I'm really not a fan. It just doesn't really seem... It doesn't fit Scout's character to suddenly be a cowboy now. Why is he a cowboy now? I really think they just should have made... They just should have done this, but for the engineer. Like, all of this would look really good on the engineer. Or even soldier, but not Scout. It looks odd on Scout. It's well made, it's well modeled, it's well textured. It's all made quite well, but I just don't think this is an appropriate concept for the Scout. Just do this again, but for the engineer. NG already has cowboy boots, he needs more. Get him, like, more good cowboy boots. It's okay. Yes, I know, Billy the Kid, etc., but it's like, Scout is... I don't know. For me, I think if you're making cosmetics for the class, I think you need to at least pay loose attention to the personality of the class. Like, at least ask yourself, yeah, is this something the Scout would wear outside of Halloween as, like, a costume piece? That's just a peeve that I have. I mean, like, a bandana is fine. Like, we already have a bandana for all classes, because that's more of a universal thing you can use for, like, a whole bunch of loadouts, but, I don't know, it just... I'm not a fan of it. I'm really not. I'm not a fan. I'm just not. I have to pass on it. Hunter Healer. See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean by adding too many details onto a torso. Like, you have too many lines here. You have, like, a new undershirt with these lines. You have the silver seam around this. You have the buttons, these straps here, and the belt. Yeah, this is adding too much detail to a torso cosmetic. I don't like that. And the paint region is the scarf. This is too much detail. I'm not a fan of it. The hat also looks really mediocre. It's just not really well made. I don't like the silver trim around this either. Like, if this were Halloween restricted, fine. But beyond that, I'm not I'm not huge on it. Also, as matter of principle, I have to dislike the cosmetic because of who made it. I don't support doxers. Let's see. Okay, that's clever. I appreciate what they did here. It's a little Meet the Medic reference. I think that's cute. Were this something that was Halloween restricted, I think that's fine. No, that's a cute reference to Meet the Medic. I dig it. I think that's great. For a Halloween restricted cosmetic, I think this is fine. Yeah, a Halloween only gem. And even then, like, compare... Okay, so let's think about it like this, right? Think about all of the shitty Halloween-themed things we have that are not Halloween restricted. Like, we have the towering pillar of pumpkins, we have the bat hat, the shitty bat baseball cap, and a variety of other things that are not Halloween restricted. If this were put in the game, I see no reason why this should be Halloween restricted. I think this is fine. Relatively tame cosmetic, doesn't change or add too much to the player model. It just adds, like, the little platform, the collar, you know, Meet the Medic reference. I think this would be fine as a normal, universal, year-round cosmetic. I think this is fine. I say yes to it. I think it's cute. Oh, what was that about doxing? Yeah, there's two workshoppers that go by the name of Druid Metabolic that in the past they've harassed and doxed other workshoppers, so whenever I see something they've made on the workshop, I immediately downvote it. And these guys consistently get content in the game even to this day, which is pretty fucking wild. And one of them, it's, oh god, it's just fucking ridiculous. So, yeah, anytime I see these guys have content in the workshop, I immediately downvote it. Didn't I see this one before? I'm pretty sure I saw this one before. Flack Furnished. I'm 99% sure I saw this one before, but I don't remember. If I didn't, I think this is pretty cool. Yellow is another one of those colors that's really hard to get right in TF2. Typically because when people do yellow, they make it way too bright and way too saturated. I think this is just muted enough where it doesn't look too bad. They could have muted it a little bit more, and also I think you could have toned down the saturation on the black just a little bit more. Not much, just a bit more. But other than that, I think this is a really cool war paint. Yeah, I agree. Just barely too saturated. I feel like we already have war paints in game that do this better. I mean, we have Hazard Warning. Hazard Warning is probably like the peak best example. I'll just show it on stream. Like, Hazard Warning is easily like the peak best example we have. Come on, stream, catch up, there we go. Yeah. Hazard Warning is easily like the one that's done the hazard stripes the best that we already have in TF2. But I would not mind having another one in game. Because yes, I agree. Hazard Warning does cost a lot. Like, if you want anything, if you want a factory new Hazard Warning, it's insanely expensive. Hold on, I gotta go to paints. Hazard Warning. Yeah. If you want to do yellow and black stripes, you really want to strive for something that looks like this, because this war paint pulls it off really, really well. It did a really good job at handling these colors. I don't mind them being a bit brighter and slightly more saturated, but I think it just crosses the line a little bit. Just tone it down a little bit. Then I think it's fine. Then I think it's okay. Cowboy Scout fits the tryhards who want to seem cool and mysterious. Don't mind my profile picture. Thing is, you already have the bandana item that you can use. So, like, Scout mains already have the bandana. And lime green, they need nothing else. They need nothing else. Other than that, how's the wear? I feel, oh my god, please use it. This is referencing Quake, is it not? I feel like it is. Or Unreal Tournament, my bad, yeah, it's referencing Unreal Tournament, hence the font. But the font is really ugly and hard to read. I would have used a different font. That's just I'm not a formally trained graphic designer, but whenever I see text like that, it makes me cry, because it's really ugly and hard to read. But Yeah, the wear's not bad. I don't think... honestly, I think you should do a custom blood where you don't have the blood splatters on it because it adds another color. You already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors on this before the wear starts happening, and then the wear gets thrown on there. That gives you a 6th color and the gradients that come with it, and then the blood on top of it. I don't think you need the blood splatters. I think you could do a custom blood that just removes the blood buckets from this, the paint blood buckets, whatever the texture is called. I would not have blood splatters on it. Nah, green blood wouldn't look good on this. Green blood is hard to get right. Monkey and I tried that on the war paint that we worked on together. Didn't come out that great, but I don't think you need blood on this. Other than that, I mean, I think this war paint is fine. Even if they put it in the game as it is right now, I would not contest its addition. I think it's fine. Another balaclava. I just don't think you should be putting balaclavas on other characters. Not full face, not full head and face balaclava coverings. And definitely no, given the fucking paint region. I just think it looks weird. I really think a balaclava should be reserved for the spy. I don't think it should be putting that on other mercenaries. It just looks weird. It has nothing to do with class recognition. It has everything to do with it looking weird. And I think this looks weird. Having a whole head covering on anything other than the pyro, and then having a balaclava on anything other than the spy, looks weird. Yes, because I agree, because it hides the character. It hides aspects of the character that people expect to see and, like, they're familiar with. Like, oh yeah, let's just cover the entire Heavy's face. He no longer has expressions. That's like a big part of TF2 is seeing the faces. And of course you have masks and what have you, but those at least are just the face and not the whole head. When you do the whole head, it looks bizarre. No, like, helmets are fine, too, because if it's just a helmet, you still have the face. You still have the back and sides of the head, and you have the neck, right? But when it's the whole head, I'm talking the whole head, then it looks weird. Whole head looks weird. Also, a huge, fat no to the whole head paint region. You could have just done the helmet. You didn't need the mask. I mean, you could have also just done, like, an eye mask, and you could have left, or you could have just made a, even if you made a hole for his mouth, like, at minimum, keep his mouth visible, right? If he had just kept his mouth visible, even then I would have conceded, like, okay, it doesn't look nearly as weird as it does without a mouth hole. But the fact that it covers his whole face except his eyes looks strange, and the whole rest of his head. That's why I don't like it. Or just get rid of the mask and have the helmet. It's a nice helmet. The helmet looks good. I like the helmet and goggles. I think it looks great. But I don't think you need the face mask for this at all. Is this meant to be Counter-Strike? It probably is. Then we have the jacket. What does it actually look like? I don't like the texture work on this. It makes it look like he's wearing denim. Yeah, it looks fuzzy. Also, the comedically large zipper looks odd as well. Yeah, that's, not great. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not the best set that I've seen. Not good. Fingerprints. So, this is interesting. Very old as well. Hold on a minute. I'm curious. Holy moly, this guy's made some interesting war paints in the past. Yeah, this is the guy that... I knew I recognized the texture, yeah. So, this is just the Damascus mahogany texture, except colored and not the steel. So, very interesting fact about Damascus mahogany, by the way. Damascus mahogany uses a stock photo of a thumb fingerprint. And he just layered the fingerprint image a whole bunch of times to create the Damascus mahogany texture. So, that's a fun fact. I'm not condemning them for this, because at least it's transformative enough where if you go and look at Damascus mahogany... Like, how many of you knew it was a fingerprint, first of all? Like, how many of you looked at this and thought to themselves fingerprints? For the longest time, I had no idea this was fingerprints. Until someone told me, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're right, this is fingerprints. So, to me, if you're gonna use a stock asset like this, it has to be transformative enough to where you can't tell that it's a reused stock asset, and they definitely succeeded when it comes to Damascus mahogany. However, on this... Load. On this, you can very much tell that it's just the same thumb fingerprint layered a whole bunch of times on top of each other. And I think that's why they ultimately went with Damascus Mahogany instead. Yeah, this is like the prototype. Was this, I'm curious, was this added before or after? I'm gonna look at their workshop. I want to find out. Was this added before? Looks like after. Yeah, they did TF orange and white, and then a team colored one, and then they did this. Yeah, they iteratively were trying to figure it out. Oh, this guy did the cardboard boxed one as well. Interesting. Interesting. So yeah, this one's fine. He finally got there in the end by transforming it enough into something unique, so good on him with the Damascus Mahogany. What do you think of workshop cosmetic weapon Halloween spells? We don't need more spells in TF2. We really don't need more visual clutter on the screen. I think that's a really bad idea. We don't need more stuff like that. Like, TF2 already has more junk. TF2 already has so much junk in the game. We don't need even more visual noise. It's a really good thing that Halloween spells are rare. We don't need more of them in the game. I think it's a bad idea. That's just my opinion. Also, this fucking skin rocks. I have seen this one before. It's fucking fantastic. It has... I love the amber monitor on this. I love how they handled the colors. This is just a badass skin. I think it's awesome. I think it's great. Like, this just belongs in-game. It should be added immediately. Definitely uses the custom base. Pretty sure it does. Which is a shame, meaning it'll never be added into the game. But it's easily, like, one of the best made war easily one of the best made war paints I've seen on the workshop. It's just really good. Halloween spells are always Halloween restricted, though, so it doesn't matter that much. I disagree. Just because something is Halloween restricted doesn't mean that it won't negatively impact gameplay. I don't think we need even more particle effects bogging down the game. More so than what we already have during Scream Fortress. I really don't think we need any more than that. That's just my stance. Yeah, I like this a lot. I think it's really good. It's incredibly... It's not custom-coded? Oh, shit. This is not custom-coded. This has a chance of getting in the game. What? Oh, there it is. Park Pigmented. What? This could be added into the game. Holy shit. Valve can't gloss this one over because it's using a custom base. They can just copy and paste it into the game immediately. That would be awesome. But then they'll probably fuck up a shader or fuck up something else. Who knows? But this is really good. I'll abuse my audience and ask people to vote this one up. Go upvote this, because it's just a really good skin. I have seen this set a million times. I just don't think it's a good idea to dress up TF2 mercs as other characters. I just don't think it's a good idea. I've never been a fan of this set. The paint regions look incredibly tacky. The only excuse I could see for this being added if this was all Halloween restricted, but other than that, this just does not belong in TF2. It changes too much, does too much. It's just these... No, I don't think it's right. Halloween restricted? Fine. Year-round cosmetics? Absolutely not. That's my point, is that it looks like a costume. If something looks like a costume, probably should be Halloween restricted. Like the Idiot box set. I would akin this to the Idiot box set. I would akin this to the, there's another Spaceman set, like with the Hardium helm, I think is what it's called. You have like the wrist bracers and the leg bracers, right? That looks like a costume. These look like costume pieces. Halloween restricted? Fine. Year-round? No. And I will stand by that. This is really ugly. Nothing else needs to be said about this cosmetic other than this just fucking hideous. I've seen this one floating around. There are absolutely zero redeeming qualities with this cosmetic. It's just really fucking ugly. Like, they tried to do a paint over to save the modeling work, but because they have a poly limit, it just looks really, really bad. It's really bad. I don't know if this was meant to be a meme item or not, but either way, it's just really fucking ugly. Also, I don't think Spy should have a giant tumor projecting out of the middle of his torso. I don't think that's a good idea in any situation. Also, yes, let's have 2 heads on a mercenary. Gee, We've experienced something like that before, where we gave Scout a second torso and a second head. I don't think that's a good idea. How about no? Aside from the fact that it's fucking ugly. Don't put this in game. It's really bad. God. It's just really bad. You could have... there's no way you can make this look better, either. It's just ugly as fuck. Yeah, here we go. So here's the first of several Halloween spells I'm sure that I'll see. So Magic Rockets. God, I mean, I don't think we need more stuff like this. Like, there's a reason why explosions and trails when it comes to projectiles have the colors they do. I don't think it's a good idea. Also, aren't trails for Demo Man stickies are also team colored? I don't think this is a good idea. Is this team colored? These have team colored trails? I just don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea at all. I'm gonna say no. I don't think we need more Halloween spells in the game. Yeah, like, we have squash rockets already, but I just... Like, that is... So, for those curious as to why Valve stopped adding Halloween spells, it's likely for two reasons. One, performance issues. When you have shitloads of additional particles being generated on the screen on top of everything else being put in the game, it's going to negatively impact performance. And particles, especially, heavily impact game performance. That's one reason. Two... Spells add a lot of visual clutter to the game that was designed to be very readable and very clear. And when you go about and you have all of these different colors flying around the screen, when, normally, everyone's rocket launchers, particle trails, and explosions all have the same colors. Red and blue Demo Men sticky bombs all have the same colored particle trails and projectile colors based on what team they're on, right? Imagine if suddenly you had all of these different colors flying around your screen, coming from every which way. Holy fuck, it would be a fucking visual nightmare. Probably one of the bigger reasons why Valve stopped adding Halloween spells into the game. It's a good thing that the spells we have right now are rare, because it would just add more shit to the screen that would hurt, I think would hurt gameplay readability. I don't think it's appropriate. I really don't. Yeah, footprint spells specifically cause performance issues, but spells that swap out default explosions, trails, generally don't change particle counts. Okay, there you go. But yeah, I still don't think it's a good idea to add more, for the reasons I described. I think it hurts readability too much. Yeah, thank God I already downvoted this one. Like, this is just tacky. This is just fucking tacky, dude. Ugh. Yes, great idea, giving something two heads, two different torsos. Wonderful idea. Totally won't fuck with people as they're playing the game. Yeah, this mess of limbs and body shit is totally not gonna fuck with people as they're playing the game. Totally won't cause any issues. Ugh. This cosmetic did this infinitely better. You can't beat the Plutonodome when it comes to an exposed brain on the pyro. This is fucking stupid and ugly, and should not... Like, this is the only reason why they added this, was for these stupid meme loadouts. So I vote no. I see what you're doing. They only did this for meme loadouts. It looks fucking stupid. No thank you. Lighthouse. This is not the first Lighthouse-themed warpaint that I've seen. Okay, so right away, I would immediately tone down the black. Black's a little too saturated. I think the red and blue are probably fine. It also is lacking texture overall. I think you really need to bring in that painterly style a little bit more to break up these solid blocks of color. You have what looks like a concrete or a cloth texture going across this, and I think that's quite nice. But I think you really need to break this up a little bit more. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Generally not a good idea to have giant areas of solid color in TF2. Patterns. So let me just pull up a solid. Let's just do like solid bone, for example. So note that this texture has a lot of other small details that kind of break it up so it's not a giant solid piece, so it's not a giant solid color. And then let's say you have something like solid dark green. Here we go. Probably hard to see on stream to get a different one. Solid gold? No, not that one. Iron. Give me a brighter one, damn it. Pink. Well, even though this is pink, my point is that you want to add some smaller painterly details on this, like paint swaths, stripes, and what have you, so it breaks up the large areas of solid color. That would greatly... This war paint would greatly benefit from that. So you break up these large areas of bright color. I think you really need to do this for these textures. I think that's important. Desaturate the black a little bit. Also give it that painterly look, because I can... It looks like you it's hard to tell. You can barely make it out. I think I'm seeing a little bit of it here, but it's just not enough. Like, I definitely see it here, but it's just not enough. I think if you desaturate it a little bit and bump the contrast by a smidge, then I think it'll help those little areas pop out a bit more. And maybe that's all you need to do, because you already have, like, the cloth concrete texture on this. So if you tone down the black and give it that painterly look, then I think that will help this war paint. I think that's what you need to do. I would try messing with the black texture first, and then go from there. But yeah, definitely desat the black. Other than that, I think you can go forward with that. Yeah, other than that, nice war paint. I think it's quite nice and quite simple. It's quite good. Oil filter sticky bomb launcher. So this is a custom UV coated skin, so it's not a war paint. This is just a one-off one where it's just a sticky bomb launcher. This looks really fucking cool. I like this a lot. Man, this is badass. Look at this. I miss skins like this. Shit. The war paint system was a fucking tragedy because we'll never get cool skins like this ever again. Yes, this is clean as hell. I would use this. This is a badass skin. Colors are great, texture placements are great. It's just really good. This is a really good skin. Man. Yeah, I want this. I want this a lot. But we'll never get this shit in game ever again. It's a fucking crime. Ugh. It looks so good in game too. Holy fuck. Listen, Eric, it can't be that hard to add items like this. Don't you want this? You want people to spend money on TF2, right? You want people to spend money on the fucking game so you can buy more pink cookies for your fucking snack bar. Give us shit like this. If you're gonna keep cramming stuff into the game, up the quality. Seriously. Up the quality a little bit. Come on. Really good skin. Really good. Cooperative tints. It's not bad. It's okay. It's not great. I think what they could have done instead of... Okay, so two things. I think instead of the darker gray, they could have used wood, perhaps. They could have used wood, like a darker wood. Keep this team color texture, that's fine. The wear on it's fine. Cooperative tends to be a nice filler war paint. Yeah, it would be a nice filler war paint. Like, put in the game as is, fine. Like, I don't see any immediate issues with this being added into the game as is. But I think it looks better here in these screenshots. The lighting doesn't really do too much justice on these screenshots here. Yeah, maybe leave it as is. Yeah. Yeah, maybe leave it as is. Good mercenary grade, perhaps. I'd say leave it as is. Never mind. So, this is... So, they took the Ballunicorn crest from the game files. It looks like they updated it a little bit. What is this pattern again? I always forget this fucking pattern. Like, dog teeth, dog tooth. What is this pattern called again? I always forget what this pattern is called. Remind me. Remind me what this pattern is. Houndstooth, thank you. That's how it is, Houndstooth. Yeah, like, the Houndstooth pattern doesn't look terrible in TF2. The problem is the scaling. If it's scaled down too much, it looks really, really noisy. And if you're gonna use this pattern, you're gonna have to scale it up quite a bit so it doesn't look super fuzzy. And then, with the addition of the custom wear, and the scratches, and the bright gold, and the sticker, this is really, really noisy, and really, really busy. It just does not look that good. You're gonna have to remove one thing or the other. You're gonna have to just remove the Houndstooth pattern if you're gonna have a custom wear like this and just go for a solid color. Or a solid color with a simple pattern, like a cloth pattern or something. But, yeah, with the custom wear, it's just way, way too busy. Also, you have the stripe pattern, the black texture. Yeah, you got too much going on. Also, adding the glow outline here is not helping your promos at all. It's too busy, man. You gotta do something about this fucking wear. The wear is too much. The sticker's fine. The Houndstooth pattern is fine. It really is the wear, isn't it? It really is the wear. The wear just makes it super noisy. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I would go for a different... You could have just gone for, like, a dark black wear. I think that would have been fine. It doesn't need to be gold. Gold's also, like a brighter gold metallic wear underneath is extremely flashy. I'm actually curious as to how that would look in terms of, like, the rest of the game. Like, if we actually got a skin like this in the game, how would this look? Curious. But as it is, I just think it's too much. I don't like the custom wear is greatly detracting from everything else you have going on with it. I would have gone with a much more muted custom wear with this one. Like black. Is it like bleached denim? Inspired by the shadows cast by leaves onto the pavement on a sunny day. It looks like bleached denim. Am I crazy for thinking that? It looks like bleached denim. It also looks fuzzy. Yeah, generally when you're making TF2 textures, you want to find that nice middle ground between like that watercolor painterly style and also keeping it simple enough where you don't have a lot of fuzzy, noisy details like this that would make it not look like a TF2 texture. So, if you're gonna go... Like, I can see this working more as a camo pattern than trying to emulate how shadows look. Also, shadows don't have this amount of fuzziness with this. I would have smoothed the edges around each of the blotches, and that would have helped out this texture a lot more. Also, I don't think this needed to be team-colored. I think you could have... It needs to be team-colored, but I don't think you should have gone with the light blue and the salmon. I think you should have just kept the same dark blue on the back with the white stripes, and then change the primary texture and the darker blue stripes to a darker red. So, like, you could have, like, dawn and dusk, right? Dawn is more blue hues, dusk is more red hues. That might look better. The salmon contrasts with the dark blue in a really ugly way. I think it looks really bad. Yeah, I think you need to... I think if you're going to do the team variant on this, you need to have the same dark blue that you have in this primary texture, and then change the blue over to a dark red hue on the red side. That would make this look better. And then get rid of the fuzziness on this. I would smooth out the edges around your shadows, so it's not so fuzzy looking. Looks like TV static around these edges. I think it looks really bad. Smooth that out. Work with gradients and not with fuzzy erased holes. So... this secondary texture, you achieve that painted-on style reasonably well, but not this one. It looks like you added a noise layer to this. Looks like you added noise level, like a noise layer in Photoshop to this. I don't know what you did, but it looks like you added a noise layer to this, and you just don't need it. I don't know if that's what you did, but that's what it looks like you did. So, not a fan. Needs adjustments. So, if you're gonna make a reference in TF2, one, it needs to be tonally appropriate, and two, keep it tame. You know, this is a nice, tame, and I would say tonally appropriate reference for TF2. I think this is fine. This is better than just putting in Darth Vader's helmet and slapping it on the pyro, or a Stormtrooper helmet and putting it on the pyro, or Mario's hat and putting it on the pyro. I think this is fine. And when it comes to, like, hat paint regions, you should just expect for the entire hat to be paintable. I think it's fine so long as it isn't the entire head. Yeah, this is Scruffy the janitor from Futurama. That is the reference. And I think this looks fine. I think it's okay. I'm not offended by this. I think this is this reference isn't too on the nose and tacky and gaudy. Like, you would look at this, right? Like, you can tell it's pulled off well if you can look at this, and it looks like something the engineer would be using anyways, without knowing what the reference is. Like, this is still a good hat that fits in TF2 without knowing what the reference is. So you've achieved something here. So, yeah, it is unfortunately old, so it's unlikely this would get added. I'm not crazy about this. It's not, like, amazing in any way, but I appreciate the tame reference that they've made with this. I think it's fine. Yeah, most of you didn't even know that this was a reference to something, so there you go. Yes, it is a perfectly serviceable hat. I completely agree. I'll say yes. I'll vote yes for it. I'm okay with it. You had an opportunity here. You had an opportunity, man. You know what? We don't have, like, this could be a Matrix reference. This could be a Smith reference. This could be a Smith reference. Like, the black glasses look really cool. But if you just made the shape more square, like Agent Smith's glasses, oh shit, that would look really fucking cool. And like, the earpiece can stay. Like, the earpiece can stay. I would have definitely not made it flesh-colored. I think I would have made it not the same color as his skin. I think I would have made it gray or dark gray, similar to the glasses. And then also have that part not be paintable. It looks weird having this fleshy bit sticking on the side of his mask. Would have made that dark gray, same color as these on the glasses. I don't really mind the fact that the lenses are paintable. I think that's okay. It's a small paint region. It's not egregious, right? I think that's okay. And yeah, and this is definitely, like, within Spy's character, right? But I think they should have leaned it more towards Agent Smith than FBI. Simply because I like the shape of Agent Smith's glasses more, I think that would look good. What do you mean I've gone soft? I'm not going to immediately invalidate something just because it has a paint region. I think the paint region on this is handled just fine. Does it need one? Probably not. But if you're gonna do one, I think this is okay. It's within this character, but looks too modern for the TF2 time period. I don't think so. Let's do 70s. Let's do 70s sunglasses. See what I can find. 70s men's sunglasses. Of course, I'm only getting nothing but aviator style. I don't know. I think it could work. I think it's fine. Like, they had earpieces like this in the 70s, did they not? Surely they had earpieces like this back in the 70s. Or something to that effect. I'm curious if they did now. I want to look that up. If they had, like ear radios that were that small and went in the ear in the 70s. They had to have. They had to have. There's no way they didn't. So in terms of, like, it being appropriate for the time period, I think it's fine. So, I like this. I say yes. In fact, I'll even favorite this item. Oh, it's a war paint. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Okay, so it's a randomized sticker. Interesting. Colors look quite good. I think this is nice. Yeah, I agree the stickers look a little weird. Like, some look okay, others don't. But overall, the texture work, the color palette looks like just the textures, right? Just the textures, just the colors look really good. Looks really good. No, I've not seen this one. I've not seen this war paint because it was. I know for a fact I've not seen this one. I would have remembered a war paint like this because I would have remembered these stickers. I think this sticker is fine. This sticker is fine. The grenade is fine. This one has too many small details. I don't think you should have a blue sticker on a red skin. I don't think you need this at all. And this one is also too noisy. I would have removed the rocket and the smoke and just had the tallies with a normal diagonal tally going through it. I don't like the rocket sticker. I don't like this one. But this one, if it was just a normal diagonal tally, and these 3 stickers over here are fine. But the color work is really good. The color work is phenomenal. Like, this is... and listen, even as is. Even as is. Oh yeah, the grenade is red too. Yeah, it's a shame. You could do more neutral color. Like, you could do neutral colors on that. You could do orange or something that's more... that would play nicely with both palettes. It doesn't have to be one red, one blue. Because if you just, like, if you unbox this, like, ah, fuck, I got the red sticker, it's gonna look weird on blue team. Like, I would be disappointed if I unboxed that. I wouldn't like it. I think if you're gonna do stickers, they're gonna, if you're gonna do stickers that are going to appear on both teams, and they are team-colored variants, you need to make sure that the stickers are gonna play nice with both red and blue. I don't think you can do team-colored stickers. I think if I'm remembering correctly, someone has figured out how to do team-colored stickers, or to have a different sticker for each team. But I don't think... Is that possible? I don't know. I have to remind myself. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. But I'm pretty sure someone's done that. Yeah, I know that... yeah, Fantech, I know that they would require custom coding, but has someone done it? I could have sworn someone's done it. Like, someone in the Warpaint creation scene has managed to do team-colored stickers, or different stickers based on the team variant. I think it can be done. So it could be done for this. So, who did this? You said some other decent ones. So yeah, guy who did this, does this use a custom base? Uses Yeti code as the base. So... it's gonna decrease your chances. I like this as is, don't get me wrong. It's gonna decrease your chances to 0 of getting this added into the game. I would seek out a way to get team-colored stickers on this, just to take it that extra mile. Like, this is already, like, almost there. Already almost there with, like, being a pristine Warpaint, but if you had team-colored stickers on this, oh shit. Then it's, like, 100% primo. Really good. Yes. This is really stupid, and I don't think it should be in the game. What the fuck, dude? Ha, funny. Alright, give me some more links here. I saw that already. Saw that. Saw that. Oh, I missed that one? I guess I did. Missed that one. Pull up some more links here. Give me more links. Just give me a second, opening more links. Gonna get a bunch open here. All right. We saw you, we saw you, we saw you, saw you. Free ride. So many things already covered, well then we'll just blaze through them, it's okay. Free ride. See, the problem with this one is that you mistook the shadows for brown, and you should not use brown in this palette. It looks really weird. If this was the same dark gray that you have going on this other texture, then I think it would be fine. The brown sticks out like a sore thumb, and it should not be here. Because these browns are they mistook the browns for, they mistook the shadows for browns, and it looks odd. Or he took these browns back here. You don't need brown. You don't need brown. No, it's not wood. I don't think it's meant to be wood. It doesn't look like wood. It's just 5 different solid colors, which is fine. And this lighting, it doesn't look too bad, actually. I want more in-game screenshots. I want more pictures. Pictures of Spider-Man. If you're gonna do skin showcases, I want to see more of them in-game. Because now that I see it in-game, it doesn't look as bad. Feels like nitpicking? No, it's not. I don't think it's nitpicking at all. Because compare how it looks here, right? Compare how it looks here to how it looks here. The brown sticks out a lot more in this lighting and looks more, I think it looks worse in this lighting than it does actually in-game here. Like, this looks way better than those promos. Like, I want more screenshots of your shit in-game. Because this looks a lot better than the promotional images. So now that I've seen these, I think it's fine. Is there a custom wear? Oil. Okay, yeah, I think that's fine. Wears down to oil. The custom wear looks good. Custom wear looks really good. Isn't this just coffin nail? Not quite. It's certainly coffin nail reminiscent, especially with the like the white filter paper and the this darker texture here, or the brown perhaps. I would say it's more reminiscent of the Gentleman's Collection as a whole than just coffin nail, because when you just go to coffin nail, right? Coffin nail is very where's my? Do I have a? There you are. Yeah, coffin nail definitely has like the browns and the white filter paper on there, but it's team colored as well. And also you have the higher wears, sure. This one definitely reminiscent of the Gentleman's Collection as a whole, but you bring in the orange, you bring in the brown, the filter paper, the white paint isn't nearly as bright. The brown is almost reddish. No, I think it hits the middle ground. I think it hits the middle ground just fine. A lot of people, so this is something I see a lot when it comes to people working with browns, is they do make them too red. If you want to work with a neutral brown, you don't want to take it too far into the rust territory. Then it's not going to work as well on red team. Rust can work on blue team, but it treads a fine line with looking too rich and red. So it's good that we have a nice dark neutral brown here. And because also, I mean, neutral brown, orange, brown is just dark orange. It looks good. It's just these promos don't do the color palette justice. These screenshots do. These screenshots do. I like this. I say yes. It does look like a cigarette butt. It does, because these stripes here, definitely reminiscent of coffin nail for sure. Also, I want to see it on other weapons, man. Like I want more inspect animations. I want more inspect images. I want to see this shit in game. I want more of this shit in game. Come on. Give me more. I've seen this one a million times. Really cool, clever little, film reel. It's like the film reel racks that you see on 2Fort. It's a clever reference. The texture work is really good. The colors are really well done. Just a nice skin. Just a good skin. Just a neat, clever skin. Not too busy. I like it. It's really well done. Don't know what else to say. Ah, God. It's a bit much. Rainbows tend to not look great in TF2. If you're gonna do a gradient, you don't want to go with more than 3 colors, otherwise it's gonna be too vibrant. You like 3 color gradients where it's all on one side of the color wheel or the other. That typically works better, like going yellow, orange, red, or purple, blue, green, something to that effect tends to work better. But when you have a wider swath of color wheel on your gradient, it doesn't look very good. Also, this looks almost, it looks like a default gradient that I would pull out in Photoshop. Yeah, and also the scaling, when you scale this down, it just looks it looks noisy when you do this. Like, it's like you go dark light, dark light, dark, I don't like this at all. Yeah, like, it's very, and also, like, something else, too. Like, I'm being reminded of rainbow, like the rainbow skins we have here. Like, we have a rainbow skin already. And so, but notice the difference between this gradient here and the other one. So with this one, all of the colors are of a roughly similar saturation. You're not going from a much darker to a much lighter, right? So that contrast between the gradient colors is not so intense. And so when you have it scaled like this, it's not so busy and noisy. So if you're going to use this gradient, brighten up these areas of the war paint so it's the same brightness as the yellow, or darken the yellow so it matches the darkness of these other colors, then it would look a lot better. I think that's the main issue with this. And also, I think that, yeah, I agree that the color choices aren't really good. I don't think it's really... I think you should still stay on one side of the color wheel or the other. I think you should do blue, red, yellow, or blue, Blue, green, yellow, or yellow, orange, red. That works nicer, and then do like a team variant on this. I think that would be better. So, just... Needs work. This is just ugly. I don't know what else to say about this. This is just an ugly cosmetic. Going back to the issue I said earlier of when you cover a mercenary's entire head, it just looks fucking bizarre. You strip away all of the character away from the demo man. You see none of his expressions. You see none of that shit. This also looks like a GIMP mask. It doesn't look like a fucking gas mask at all. Like, you have the filter on the front, but this just looks like a fucking GIMP mask, dude. And also, I find it funny they felt compelled to say, oh yeah, it still looks like Demo Man. Yeah, sure, you have the rest of his fucking body, but it looks like his head has been replaced by Pyro's head. It's like you almost it's not like an exact copy and paste, but his head doesn't look like Demo Man anymore. It just looks fucking weird. It's fucking weird. That's what's wrong with this cosmetic. It just looks fucking bizarre. It's like they had to throw that in there, like, oh yeah, we're justifying making Demo Man's head look like Pyro's head by saying it still looks like Demo Man. It doesn't save it from looking fucking weird, man. Like, you shouldn't take recognizable assets from one class and then put it on the other. Not just for the sake of, like, preserving class recognition, which this has no issues with, aside from, like, I could probably think of one tiny situation. Like, hold on. Like, let me just... Fuck. Like, I can think of one super tiny, extremely niche, extremely rare situation where you could have that cosmetic fuck with someone's head, and in a brief moment, oh, that looks like a pyro. And I'm gonna set it up inside of item test. Just give me a second. Niche, niche, whatever. I know how to spell it, that's all that matters. N-I-S-H. Here we go. So, like, let's see. SV, cheats, 1. Bot, what was it? Team, red, class. What was it? It's bot, team, red, class, demo man, name, Doug. There we go. So, like, you can have perhaps an extreme... Oh, let's see. Bot, mimic, 1. Bot, mimic, underscore, inverse, 1. There we go. Now he's following me. Okay, so let's bring him over here, right? Say hello to Doug. Doug is our test dummy for today. So you chill here, Doug. So I'm gonna turn you around. You still following me? Yes, you are. So turn you off. So I have you turned around. Okay, bring you there. So, like, I can think of one super itty-bitty, really tiny situation where, in a brief moment, an extremely rare moment, mind you, this will likely never happen, but in a brief moment, where out of the corner of your eye, you're rounding a corner and you see a head that looks like Pyro's head, and you think, oh shit, that's a Pyro, but oh no, it's a Demo Man. It's the only moment where I could see, like, oh shit, if you're at, like, just the right angle, where it's only the Demo Man's fucking head, and you see a gas mask there instead of Demo Man's head, maybe that would fuck with people. Maybe. But, I don't know, I'm not seeing it. Also, my sign is blank at the moment. So, that's the only situation. The only situation where it might fuck with somebody, and confuse someone and think, oh, that's a Pyro. S-tier nitpicking. I wanted to give, like, the utmost extreme example of how this could fuck with somebody. But that's not why they put this here. Like, they didn't put this here to say, oh, we're being careful as to not fuck with class recognition. They put this here to, like, make an attempt to justify it. It looks bizarre. It does not justify it, and does not save it from looking fucking bizarre. It looks bad. I don't like it. It sucks. It's ugly and should not be in the game. Stupid, dumb fucking meme. No. Cozy Commando. Alright, what do we got here? The pockets look weird. The pockets are weird. The sleeves are weird. What the fuck is his head? Huh? What is this set? Here we go again with, like, I guess the theme... I guess the theme for today's stream is nothing but fucking balaclavas covering the entire head. One, the modeling and texture work on this are not that good. And two, I'm gonna go back to the same concern I've had before in this stream. You shouldn't be covering the entire head of the mercenary. It looks fucking weird. Shouldn't do that. You can cover some parts of the head, like with a hat or a mask or something, but if you cover the whole fucking head, you remove all character from the class. You shouldn't be doing this. I think it's a bad idea. You could have, like, left the eyes open at least and a mouth open. Fuck. Yeah, paint it white. Is this paintable? Can I paint it white? Doesn't seem like it has a paint region. Or maybe just, like, the stripe down the middle. But no, yeah, the modeling work on this is painfully mediocre. I think the area around the collar is fine. Comically large zipper, sure. The pockets are fucking ugly. You don't need them. Just put the emblem back. The emblem is fine. The sleeves look strange too. Why not just keep it white? You could have just kept this like the same like neutral like washed out tan white color on both. The blue tint to this looks odd. You didn't need that. And the mask is weird. I think the mask looks weird. You shouldn't be recovering the entire head. I don't think it's a good idea. Yeah, I agree. The only character with a balaclava should be Spy. We already have cosmetics that cover the entire head that aren't Halloween restricted, so who cares? See, I hate that dismissive mentality. Like, oh, we already have stuff that could fuck with the game. We already have stuff that looks bad, so fuck it. Why not just add more? No. Stop. We don't need more. It's not an excuse to just say fuck it, throw whatever you want in the game. I don't think it's a good idea. Not a good idea. I don't like it. Yeah, don't add bad stuff, add more good stuff instead. I don't like. Also, it's a fucking beanie. It's got like a fucking jiggly sticky bomb on the... No. No. No thanks. I just don't think we need Halloween spells. I've already said we don't need more, and I'm not gonna go through the entirety of these. We don't need more Halloween spells. Another Hazard Stripe war paint. What about the hazmat headcase? The creator put it on Sniper as a joke? Yeah, as a fucking joke, and then Valve added it, and it looks fucking weird. Does the hazmat headcase not look weird on Sniper? Yes or no? Does the hazmat headcase not look weird on the Sniper? I think it looks fucking weird on the Sniper, and it shouldn't have been added that way. Looks fucking bizarre. It's fine for a pyro hat, not on Sniper. Yeah, looks fucking weird. I can make a poll. Hazmat head case weird on Sniper. Hazmat head case weird on Sniper. We'll let the people decide. I think it looks fucking weird. We'll see what the people have to say. Overwhelmingly yes. Overwhelmingly yes. Shit. That's funny. Anyways, safety measures. Another Hazard Stripe war paint. This one takes the yellow a little kind of into the puke territory. I don't think I like it. I think it would have benefited if you kept it more yellow than, like, adding brown into it. I just don't like that hue of yellow. Looks strange. The black is fine. The saturation of the black looks good. Silver looks good. The rest of the textures look good, too. Stickers fine. Custom blood, that's like oil. That looks fine. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe in-game it looks fine. Yeah, I think it's okay. Now that I'm see, like this is what I mean, man. This is what I mean. You got to take in-game screenshots because like the simple promos like this don't do it justice. Because if you put it on a neutral background like this or some other background that's not the game, you're not actually showing what they look like in game. And taking screenshots like this is incredibly important when you're doing a Warpaint showcase or just any showcase for any cosmetic in general. So, yeah, now that I'm seeing it in game, yeah, the shade of yellow is pretty okay. I honestly, maybe you could have made it the same shade of yellow that you have on this sticker here. It's a bit more washed out and leans a bit more out of like the grayish brown kind of puke green territory the yellow's treading into, brings it more to like a washed out yellow. Maybe that would have worked. That might work better actually on this yellow. But the rest of the Warpaint is fine. The rest of the Warpaint is fine. They are the same yellow? Why does it look so different? It looks very different. Look at this. Am I crazy for thinking that the yellow on this sticker and the yellow on this texture look different? They don't look like the same color to me. Is it the lighting? Is it something fucking with the lighting, Fantac? Because he said it's the same yellow. Is it like lighting that's fucking with this? Yeah, the sticker looks way less saturated. Yeah, even in the thumbnail, they're very different. Yeah, looks odd. If you could make these more similar to each other, like with that same muted yellow, I think it would look a lot better. I don't know what happened to make the yellow so saturated, if it is meant to be the same shade of yellow, but you gotta match it. Yeah, match the saturation level on it. I think it would look better. It's just the size problem, it's the same color. I just, like, this is the yellow, and this is the yellow. Those don't look the same to me. These are different shades. Look. They're right next to each other. These are not, it's so hard. Hold on, be like. We will get a definitive answer here. These don't look the same shade of yellow. I don't think they are. I don't think they're the same shade. See? Vosh moment, yes. My very explicit, like, I mean, like, dude, my desktop is, like, wide open. Look at all of the nefarious things I have on my laptop. Ooh, on my desktop. Ooh. If you save porn on your work computer, something's wrong with you. Anywho. Yeah, it's something going on with the yellow here that I think needs to be changed. Is it just me, or skins based on specific environments could potentially screw up recognition of what weapon the enemy is using? If it's handled correctly, no. I don't think it would fuck with it. Because I've seen a lot of Warpaints at the workshop that take elements, they take smaller elements of the surrounding environment and incorporate them onto a Warpaint, and they end up looking really good. And even then, what the textures and the theme are being translated onto, it's not gonna hurt. Yes, that is my last name. Is that a problem? That's not like some shocking revelation. I have been doxxed. It's not the end of the world. That's my publication folder. I'm going to be a published scientist very soon, and I'm very excited. And when my paper is published, I hope it's going to be free access. I don't know if it's going to be free access. If the publication's going to be free access, then you guys get to read it, which is really cool. I'm excited. Very soon. Coming soon, I hope. We're submitting it soon. Been working on this for like the past 3 years, and it's like the culmination of everything I've been doing for the past 3 years. And I'm really excited that it's done, and finally, like, all written out. We're gonna submit it once it's like the final, like, pass-through of checks is being done. And then It's out there. It's exciting. I am a geologist, for those curious, and my paper is about earthquakes in Japan. I won't go into the nitty-gritty details because it's a lot to explain and it's going to go over people's heads and I'll lose people, but just know it's about earthquakes and it's really important work. Very exciting. Yes. Moving on, back to the shit people are here for. We are just hazard warning stripes everywhere today. But here we go. Here we go. Now we're dealing with, we're back in the muted yellow territory. We're in the muted yellows territory, muted blacks. If you're gonna do hazard stripes like this is how you do it. I don't like this. I don't think you need that. I don't think you need, do you have a showcase of the actual textures? It's custom mapped. I don't think, the shotgun looks fine. The shotgun looks fine. Since this is custom mapped, you can move these things around. Shotgun looks fine. This looks fine. Medigun is fine. The random pieces of hazard tape look odd on the stock of the rifle. I think you could get rid of this one and keep just these two. Scattergun's fine. This one looks odd. I don't think you need this one on the stock of the grenade launcher. Other than that, this is cool. Other than that, this is cool. I like it. Nice work. Custom UV skin, custom map skin, never gonna see it in game. Still looks awesome, but cool. It's alright, but should be low tier? No, I don't think this is low tier. I think this would be like, see how it looks in game. How it looks in game is very important. That looks really good. This looks really, look at this. Looks really like if you're gonna do showcases like this. That looks awesome. This is sick. Look at that. This is really nice. I dig it. Does my paper mention anything about the Nankai fault line? Yes, I am specifically referring to my research is about slow slip earthquakes at the Nankai subduction zone. That is what my shit's about. But this is cool. I like this a lot. I vote yes. I think this is great. Looks too busy? I don't think so. I think it's on the toe of being too busy. That's why I don't like these other random elements of the sticker here, like these. I honestly think you could probably do entirely without the little random pieces of hazard tape on the wood. You could probably get rid of them entirely. And it would still look good. I like it. I say yes. I don't know how to feel about this one. I don't know how to feel about this one. I see it working for Halloween. I don't see this as being a good year-round cosmetic. See, like, you think Daft Punk, I think Bondrew from Made in Abyss. I think Bondrew from Made in Abyss. That's what this looks like. Someone gets it. Someone got it. Someone in chat got it. But, if it was Halloween restricted, then I think it'd be okay. But as a normal cosmetic, I don't think it's a good idea. Yeah, and the paint region's a little crazy. Like, it's a giant orb that's almost the entire head. It's a bit much. I think you could have... It doesn't need the paint region, honestly. Or you could have just done, like, a stripe down the middle like Bondrew. That'd actually be cool. If you just had, like, the stripe down the middle like Bondrew's helmet, that would be nice. But... I don't think this should be a year-round cosmetic at all. I think this should just be a Halloween-restricted one, if it was to be added. But otherwise, I say no. Otherwise, I say no. The big man. So we have a beret and eye patch combo here. Just for 3 classes. I mean, it's not terrible. The folds look weird. The modeling work on this looks weird. I mean, we already have the Bills hat, which is just a better version of this, and we already have an eye patch. You can just combine the two together. Like, we already have these things. Like, if we're gonna get another variant of a cosmetic we already have, then I feel like it should be at least a bit more unique. Because, like, we already have this, right? Like, I can just go to, like, say my sniper, or I don't know. just get rid of you. So I already have, say, my Bill's hat. Where'd my Bill's hat go? Did I sell my Bill's hat? No, here. So I have my Bill's hat. Then I know I have an eye patch somewhere. Where is it? I thought I had an eye patch. Where are you? Am I blind? I'll find it. There you are. I don't know. You'd be able to combine more cosmetics, to be fair. Yeah, you're not wrong. That is true. You would be able to combine more cosmetics, but... Like, I'm not offended by this. But it's ultimately just combining two cosmetics we already have into one. And instead of them being all class, it's now only for heavy, medic, and soldier. So, if you're gonna do this, why not just make it all class? That's just me. Or if you want to go the extra mile, give each one a unique emblem. Like, have their appropriate team logo, or their class emblem, as like an emblem on the hat. That would be a cool addition. I feel like there could have been more done with this. More could have been done with this. Like the concept of combining a beret and an eye patch is totally fine. But I think you could have added like the class emblem to each one so it changes for each class, and then just make it all class. And then I think that would have been cooler. Someone just do that. That has to have been done, right? I feel like there are no original ideas anymore. Someone has to have made a beret on the workshop that looks like this and has a class logo on each one. I made this... What? I made this fucking video in 30 minutes. It was a fun 30 minutes, though. Hat is wearable for 4 classes. Oh, so it's for demo as well. Okay. So it's for 4 classes, fine. I just think it needs a little more. I think it needs a little more. Also, yeah, the hair is weird. I didn't even notice the hair. You're right. I don't think it even needs the hair. I would get rid of it. Just keep the hair on the classes that we already have. Yeah, the hair. Oh, God, it looks like a Lego man hair. Ugh. Oh, I didn't even see the hair. Fuck, that's weird. No, get rid of the hair. The beret and the beret and the eye patch are fine. You don't need the hair. The hair is not well done. Yeah. Ditch the hair and add a cigarette. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, add a cigarette. That'd be a nice detail. I think that's fine. I don't like the hair, though. It's fucking garbage cosmetic again. Unknown warrior. Is this a set? It's not a set. Helmet and mask in one item. I think it's pretty good. I think this is fine. I like it. I think it's good. I say well done. We certainly have a lot of masks and helmets for Pyro, but this is different than this is very much different than the ones we already have. It's not like the previous cosmetic where it was just another beret, very similar to the other berets we already have in game. This is another unique gas mask with the colored eyes, which I like, and the helmet. It looks good. I like this. And the paint region is nice too. It's not the entire fucking head. It's just the emblem and the eyes. I think it's good. It didn't hit me as a New Vegas reference right away, but I guess it is. So, I like it. I think it's good. Looks good in game, too. Check it out. I think it's fine. I dig it. I vote yes. Trigger finger. It's a little much, wouldn't you say? Yeah, I'm so... Is anyone else tired of taunts? I know for a fact I'm not the only one feeling the bloat. I know I'm not the only one feeling the bloat. Too many taunts, too many unusual effects, too many hats, too much shit. I'm in the camp of no more taunts. I don't want more. Do you mean taunt or taunt? Yeah, I mean taunt. By taunt, I mean a purchasable taunt action. A purchasable emote that we've been getting into the game. Just, yeah. You guys ready for 20 maps this Scream Fortress? We are in, like, bots are gone. Bots are gone. Right? Bots are gone. Game is playable again. But we are now immediately reminded of the fact that Valve has completely abandoned this game. And you will get 3 loot boxes a year, and that's it. That's all we will get. It sucks. I'd rather have 3 taunts than 30 unusual effects, but you're getting both. And you have no choice. You're getting both. You're getting 30 unusual effects, you're getting 5 new taunts, you're getting 20 new cosmetics. You're getting 10 new maps. Ah! Too much. There's a limit. God. Moving on. Fucking ugly. Seen this one before. I think it's fine. Wind Casket. Did I see this one before? I feel like I've seen this one before. Maybe not. I don't know. Fairly simple. Good muted black. Simple, light-colored wood. I think this is fine. Not sick of taunts, sick of emotes? Yes. Trigger finger would look better if it was less exaggerated and limited to sniper. I completely agree. I completely agree. Yeah, I think this is nice. It's good. Simple, clean. I can see this being used quite a bit. It's like a nice mercenary grade. I say yes. It's good. I like the wear. The wear looks quite good. Looks clean. I see absolutely no... I see nothing wrong with this. Just simple. Yeah, you're right. It is like black laminate from CSGO. You're absolutely right. It does look like the black laminate knife finishes. You're right. I think it's good. Nice and simple. Yeah. Yes. Changing my vote. I'm reminded of this fucking paint region. It's the entirety of the undershirt on Scout. Why would you do this? Stop. Horrible idea. Also, yeah, it's weirdly shiny. Yeah, I say no. Moving on. I don't know how I feel about lipstick on the spy. I don't think I like the idea of having lipstick on the spy. It looks weird. Like, I understand, you can have like a mime, right? Perhaps this is what it's trying to go for. You can do like a French mime. Right? It's going for the French mime look, but it's not his whole mouth. It's just like this part right here. So like if they had done the whole mouth where it was more like a French spy or like an actual French, like a French mime, might have looked better. I don't know. It's a little too effeminate for me. It's a little too effeminate. Like if you're gonna do a mime cosmetic, I feel like you need to like make it not so effeminate. Looks weird. Conceptually, it's fine. I just think the execution is poor. Moving on. Badlands Rebel. Yeah, I have seen this one before. I'm gonna move on, because... reviewed that one before. I think it's fine. Yes. So, we're just gonna have Milk Jug. Are we going back to this again? Really? I feel like we're going back to this again. Okay, I've seen it before. I already downvoted. Like, we don't need random shit slapped on the Mercenaries models. We don't need milk jugs and bonks slapped on Scout's chest. We don't need this. And also you can dye it because why not? You can have pink strawberry milk on your chest. It's ugly. No one will use this. Immediate trade-up fodder. Bad. Sucks. Moving on. So close. Don't we have this in game? Or did we not get this in game yet? Remind me if we have this in game or not, because I honestly don't remember. We have so many fucking taunts in game, I cannot keep track. Not yet? Yeah, I like how you say not yet. I like how you say not yet. It's like it's inevitable that we're gonna get it. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is like, when it comes to, if we're gonna get taunts, right? If we're gonna get taunts, I appreciate it when it's an actual taunt. Richter, chill out. I get it. You want me to talk about quick play. Working on the video, let me cook, as the kids say. I understand that you want to get everyone all behind this, just it needs to be done properly. Give me fucking time, please. Give me time. Anyway, if we're gonna go for emotes, have them, if we're gonna go for taunts, let them be genuine taunts. This is a genuine taunt, insulting the player for fucking up, like, oh, you're so close. I think this is fine. I would not mind seeing this in game. I am okay with this. Give us actual taunts. This is okay. Probably deserves to be in game at this point. It's a little much. It's a Dota, first of all. Way too much detail for a TF2 this doesn't even look like a TF2 cosmetic. We're now entering a different game entirely. This is not a TF2 cosmetic at all. Way too many details, too far removed from what you would expect as a TF2 cosmetic. It looks like it's from a different game entirely. I vote no. Too much. Way too much. Is there a whole set? There has to be. Nope, there's not. Yeah, it's too much, man. Also Rock and Stone, yeah, I mean, sure, for like a Deep Rock Galactic thing, that's fine, but not as a TF2 cosmetic. Just don't think it's appropriate. I just do not think it's appropriate for the game. Yeah, don't think it's very good. Saw that already. Oh, it's hats. I was like, what the fuck? So they just replaced the filters with hats and his eyes with hats. That's the joke. Stupid. It's a good joke, I guess. Like, if you're gonna do if you're making jokes in TF2, it's a low-hanging fruit to make a joke about hats, but it fits as like a TF2 joke. It is oddly terrifying if you have the fear of like small holes. This might get to you. It looks bad. Don't get me wrong. I don't want this in game. It's not well made at all. But I find it funny. I find it funny. I'm just saying no. This one we have in game, don't we? This one we got in game. I can just check the store, can't I? Shop. Give me items. Where are the taunts? Taunts. Yeah, we have this one in game now. Isn't it sad? Like, it's now to the point of fucking unusual effects where I don't remember what taunts have been added into the game. That's when you know it's like we're getting too many. Yeah. Also, yeah, I agree, it's kind of boring. What do you mean I'm blind? Whatever. Either way. Oh, there it is. Item's been accepted. I don't care. Just don't care. I still don't like this taunt at all. I will say the exact same thing I said about this taunt before. Having the pyro manifest a tissue box out of thin air is worse than just have him do this. This is like the 5th time I've said this. Just have him do this. This would have made for a better taunt as pyro. God, I feel like that's it's simpler and a little more appropriate. Like, oh, pyro, just here, have tissues. You have your tissues now. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Finally! Someone says in chat, finally! Oh, Christ. That's fucking funny. My God. What does it do? I have to see what this looks like. So he spins it, aims to his head. Does he like get sad that he doesn't die? What happens if it kills him? Do you just die? You just commit suicide? It's like kill binding? Fuck, that's dark, dude. Holy shit. Oh my god. Holy fuck, that's funny. So... I guess it's a clever way to kill bind. Funny idea, but yeah, it is not animated very well. It's a funny idea where, like, the person you were fighting was playing the game so poorly you felt the need to kill yourself. I could see this concept being refined and polished into something funny, but I think in modern Team Fortress 2, I don't see this being added because I feel like too many people would complain. Like, dark humor is not allowed in TF2 anymore, even though I think it'd be kind of funny. It's lore accurate. God, people really, like, Kill Master. Why is it, like, so small? It's like the hat is too small for his head. It looks weird. It's like he's got, like, a toy on his head. I like the mutton chops. The mutton chops are fine. But the hat looks tiny. It looks weird. Can you just make it a little bigger? Like, make his hat bigger. It looks weird. Like, or perhaps it's just like the brim has been curved up too much? Bring it down a little bit, maybe? I don't know. Greg recently wanted to make a taunt containing a noose. Oh no, yeah, Greg came to me about that one as well. It's like, hopefully Greg won't be upset with me, because he kind of shared the concept around. So, a workshopper came to me with the idea of, like, the engineer takes the extension cord off of his fucking utility belt, and then ties a noose and holds it out in front of him. Everyone's minds immediately go to something else. I know that for a fact. I think it's funny. But of course people immediately go, oh, you're just gonna have racists using it. It's just gonna be a racist taunt. It's like, it's not the intention behind it. But it's funny. Like, that kind of dark humor, like, at one time in the past would have been appropriate, but not anymore. Anyway. Yeah, the hat looks weird on this. Also, the texturing work, like, the modeling work is weird. Like, why does it come to, like, the hat comes to a really fine point. Yeah. The hat comes to a really fine point. It looks weird. The hat is too small, and the brim's, why is the brim so thick? It's like, yeah, it looks like someone said it's like an inflatable pool toy. Yeah, I don't know. The hat is really poorly modeled. It's just not very good. Like, the mutton chops are fine, and the hair is fine, but the hat really leaves something to be desired. Just not very good. I've seen this one already. It's a really good war paint. It's just really solid. It's fucking awesome. Should be in-game. Period. Retro Inferno. Oh, God. So, no, pixels don't look very good in TF2. It's like trying to take one type of stylization and then layering it onto another. Also, it's really ugly, so no. I don't think there's a place for pixel art inside of TF2 at all, and the small handful of exceptions we have should remain as just that. Rare exceptions. We don't need more of them. They look ugly and out of place. They do not belong. So, that's my stance on pixels. I say no thanks. Kingdom of Heaven, right? That's the movie? Pretty sure it's Kingdom of Heaven. Kingdom of Heaven. Yeah, Kingdom of Heaven. Yes. That's the reference. So this is a reference to the movie Kingdom of Heaven. So, why not on Spy? Why Demo Man? Because if you're gonna have someone's face be a mask like that, seems more fitting to have that on Spy instead of Demo. Second, the way this is modeled makes it not look like a TF2 item at all. This feels like it's something from a different video game entirely. I don't like it for that reason. Also, it paints the whole head. Also, loadout potential. What can you do with this? These all feel really forced and ugly. It just gives Demo Man a fucking... I don't like it. Goofy, Valorant. Yeah, I don't think... Like, yeah, like, the modeling work is fine. I just don't think it looks good in TF2. Darkest Dungeon reference? Yes. Reminds you of the Handsome Jack mask? Yeah, and that's like another... the Handsome Jack mask is another strange and bizarre exception as well. It was a promo item for Borderlands, and like many other promo items we have in-game, a lot of them look bizarre and out of place. This would fall into that category of bizarre and out of place and just a horrible mismatch with like pretty much everything else we already have in-game. I just don't think it's stylized properly for TF2. And also, like, if you go and look at Kingdom of Heaven... Kingdom... Let's see. Kingdom... of Heaven... Like, I feel like if they really wanted to do a more on-the-nose Kingdom of Heaven reference, I feel like you could have made the mask smoother. Why did you have to make it so polygonal and edgy and with, like, a giant chin? It just looks really weird. That's just me. Like, if you had made it smoother and more conforming to Demo Man's face, that would have looked a lot better. But you had to go the route of whatever you did here. It's Darkest Dungeon. What the fuck is Darkest Dungeon? I have to look this up. Darkest Dungeon. I'm not familiar. Oh, this! Okay, this game. So again... This goes back to, like, references. If you're referencing something in the game, you ideally don't want to make it too on the nose. You want to make it look like something the class would otherwise wear normally, or it looks loosely coherent with, like, the game's tones, themes, and stylization. When you do this, you're ham-fisting something into the game that sticks out like a sore thumb, and it looks really ugly and out of place. It's too on the nose, it's not the right type of modeling work, it's just not appropriate for TF2. I think it's a dud. I think it's a big dud. Should not be in the game. I say no thanks. And I'm gonna move on. Stupid. No. Moving on. Again with this one. Man, you guys really want me to look at the fucking baby cosmetic. Ugly as shit. Blast from the Past. Have I seen this one? It's a very old set. Oh, it's a blast blocker. Yeah, we have this one already. I had no idea this was a whole set. Did y'all know this? I had no idea this was a full set. So we only got one of the three. That's hilarious. I did not know this. I had no idea that the blast blocker was from a full set of items. Holy moly. Like, we already have the blast blocker in-game. We have this in-game. This is in TF2. We have this. I like the goggles. The goggles are cool. We were robbed. The goggles are sick. Look at this. The whole set is really good. Can we have the other two, please? Can Valve, like, go back and retroactively add the goggles and the pants? That'd be great. Please? That's cool. I like it. Put everything in there. Come on. Yeah, the pants are cool too. You have the extra grenades on the side. It looks nice. The fuck? Come on. The fuck is this? That's a shame. Oh well. Okay, more links. That's where we left off. Ugh. Alright, let's move on here. Someone literally typed one link. Verbatim typed one link. Give me more links. Give me this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And that. Okay. That's a good set. Let's continue. Just really ugly. Really, really ugly. Halloween restricted, sure, but this is just gross. Like, I feel like you need to have a limit on the gross out factor with in TF2. I know it's supposed to be ugly, but this is like really ugly, like really bad. Yeah, just I don't know, man. It's a little. I don't know. I don't like it. I think it's too ugly. Like that one spy, like that one Halloween cosmetic for Spy, where like it's his another face stretched out over his own face. That's also really ugly. That kind of falls into that category. Just, it's like nightmare fuel. I already said no spells. Already saw this. I've already seen this set. You'll have to go back in the VODs for exactly what I said about these. But, primarily, I forgot what I disliked about this. There's something I didn't like about this, the vest. What did I not like about it? I can't remember what I said. But I don't like the camo over Soldier's body. Oh, that's right. The default is green. That's why I don't like it. The default is green. My bad. That's why I don't like it. Yeah, the default being green looks really bad on red team. I think that's ugly. I think green, like the green looks fine on blue. You could have made it a different color on red team. I think that would have been fine. Yeah, that's why I don't like it. The green, like, green almost always contrasts with red in the most hideous of ways. I apologize for the pixel unusual. I haven't seen it in a while. No need to apologize. Just, we all start somewhere. The Soldier set was made by the guy who talked about players seeing color averages. Yes, I know. It was made by this guy who said that players see colors as big, blurry blobs. So according to him, at least, you won't see the green because it's going to blend into the red so much that it's not, you can't see it. The average color of this is red, therefore the green cannot be visible. How silly of me, I forgot. I totally forgot that the human eyeball averages colors, so you're not going to see the green. You're just not going to see it. It's like it's not even there. It's like it's not even there. Anyway, moving on. God, guys. I feel like I've seen this one before. Maybe I haven't. Have I seen this one before? I don't think I have. This is nice. This is good. I appreciate this. I like the different styles they have going here. Doesn't look like it has an egregious paint region. It's just the undershirt. I like that. I like the different styles. I think this. I don't think it's a good idea to remove that much team color that's expected. It's not going to hurt team recognition. Don't worry about it. I just don't think it's a good idea. I already looked at the fucking baby cosmetic. You're gonna have to go back in the VOD. I'll say it again, it's fucking ugly. It's hideous and should not be in the game. Go back for my full thoughts earlier in the stream. People have sent it like 10 times. God. Anyways, I like this jacket. It's good. I'm a fan. I think it's well made. I like the patches. Clever idea of having the logo as like a patch. I dig it. I like the patch on the front. Colors are preserved. I think it's well modeled. I think it's well textured. It's good. The black part could work as a winter cosmetic. I mean, it looks like a winter cosmetic already. It's like a nice winter jacket. It's got like the fuzzy collar. I think it's good. There's a whole set. Oh, we have other styles. Hold on. So there's the stealth style. I'm assuming it's just these three. These are the three styles, so I'm not missing anything. So style 1, style 2, style 3. So that's fine. Yeah, it's good. I like it. An act of parliament. Whoa, what the fuck? We all start somewhere. We all start somewhere. It's an attempt. An attempt was made. But the modeling work really leaves something to be desired. Put more practice in. Put more practice in. It looks really, really unrefined. Even if it was intentional to have it look unrefined, it's not good. Like, there are ways to have the appearance of an unrefined piece of fabric in TF2 without it looking like it was molded out of clay. I think it could be improved a lot. Like, for example, something simple that shows a lack of refinement in a cosmetic is something as simple as the fucking gibbous. Where's my gibbous? So here we go. Perfect example of a lack of refinement. You have a torn open top, and it's folded to one side. Meanwhile, the rest is relatively smooth, without much going on. If you want to convey the sense of unrefinement and, like, wear and tear, this is how you do it. You shouldn't make it lumpy like this hat is. The beard and mustache are also not great. It needs work. Needs work. Needs more time in the oven. Person who made this already has items in the game. They do? What the fuck do they have added to the game? No, they don't. That was a lie. Commending clap. So, applause? Congratulations! Congratulations. Very passive-aggressive. Aren't most taunts passive-aggressive, I would say? We have a lot of passive-aggressive taunts in game already. This would count as another, I suppose. Fortnite? Yeah. Yeah, it's not the worst. Yeah, this is a very... Yeah. Yeah, I would say condescending clap is a better name for it than commending clap. Yeah. Congratulations. Congratulations. Not really a taunt. I think most people in here would disagree with you on that, including myself. Because someone tries to kill you and they fuck up and you go, yeah, nice job. You know, that's very, very jeering and passive-aggressive. I see this working very much so as a taunt. So. Oh, is there already a taunt like this? That wouldn't surprise me. People fucking copycat each other on the workshop all the fucking time. So if this has already been made, it would not surprise me. It's actually crazy how often how frequent copycatting happens on the workshop. Yeah, the subtle animating is really good. I agree. It's not like this crazy, like, overly exaggerated animation. It's like the animation work is really well done. Like, really well done. So. They're clapping for real, not a sarcastic fake clapping. I don't think you can really differentiate between the two. Can you? I think I still had the impression that's very, very passive-aggressive, like, nice job, guy. You know, like, yeah, you fucked up. I think it's okay. I see nothing wrong with it. Purgatory Peacekeeper. Very, very fuzzy. Don't know if... yeah, the texturing needs work. Having it reveal static images in the custom wear makes it more noisy, which I don't think is a good idea. Ideally, if you're gonna have... I forget what the fucking symbol is called. If you're gonna have that on the weapon, just have that as a sticker. Don't have it reveal as part of it. Don't have it as a random element on your texture. I don't think it's a good idea. Have it be a static sticker just somewhere on the weapon model. Like, use a base pentagram. Thank you. I could not remember the fucking name. Pentagram. Have the pentagram sticker instead of it as a random element on your texture. Because whenever you have random elements on textures and war paints, they almost always look really fucking bad. Let me see if I can find an example. What's like one of the worst examples I can think of? Don't like oh yeah, this one as well, just like. Yeah, having randomized sticker elements on a war paint tends to look really bad. I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah, swashbuckled. Yeah, you could definitely go the route of swashbuckled, use that as a base, and then have the pentagram be a sticker on there, and then keep your solid texture work. The white is too bright? I'm not really, like... I feel like this is trying to reference something. I don't know what, though. Like, the white is fine. Like, the white and the brown are fine. The brown and the gray are fine, but all three together don't look very good. I think the contrast between the white and this gray is really harsh and doesn't mesh well with the brown. I don't know what you could do instead. Maybe ixnay the white and go for something else. something darker. I don't know. Maybe have it be like a team. You could even do like a team color darker element here, like a really deep dark red, like a deep like red, bloody or blue, something like that. You want to keep like the dark air around it. But, and also this primary metal texture. Also, yeah, this, oh, there is a sticker on here, I guess. Is that a sticker? I guess it is. So it goes from sheriff to a pentagram. I guess that's clever. Well, I gotta close my door. My mother loves to scream on the phone. I don't know why. Yeah, it already has a sticker on there. The sticker also leaves a little bit of something to be desired. It has too many small details in it. I don't think you don't need the text at all. I would get rid of the text entirely. Just go for the sheriff's badge. You can probably keep the TF logo on there. I think that's fine. Like, yeah, this white texture looks good. Like, I don't want this texture to go away. Like, these two look fine, but you know what? No, fuck it. Get rid of the brown. I would get rid of the brown. Do something else other than brown. Because I know you're going for, like, leather, like a leather grip. Like, it's meant to be like a cowboy revolver or something like that. I think it uses some banana peel, so the stickers are going to be stretched on the rocket launcher. That's unfortunate. I would use a different base. Like Park Pigmented, perhaps. Park Pigmented could be better. Yeah, because the stretched sticker looks bad. Yeah, I would not... So, I would darken the brown to the point where it's, like, as dark as it is on high rollers. Like, at minimum... At minimum, this dark. Somewhere around there. Why is my lighting fucked up? What is going on with my game settings? Something is weird with my shaders. I probably have a mod installed. I don't remember what I have. Hold on. Actually, I had... Hold on. Alternatively, you could bring this... Ah, maybe that might work. So, this might be too white? Maybe make it more tan. Like, maybe add more of a tinge of yellow to this, instead of, like, the really bright white rawhide, which is what's going on here. Bring that more into yellow territory, then I think the contrast between the contrast between the brown and the white also looks pretty bad, now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, bring that more into, like, a more tan yellow territory, like not quite a sun-bleached rawhide, but one that's been yellowed with time. Then I think that would help it a lot, and have those three textures mesh a lot better. You can keep the custom wear, but it's really fuzzy. It's not a bad idea to have it wear down to, like, you know, heat or, like, flame or something. But it's too fuzzy and too noisy. You need to do, like, another simple, darker red embers wear underneath. Simplify the underwear. Simplify the wear underneath. And then go from there. Hopefully this feedback helps. Not sure. Curtain call. This is not a taunt. Maybe it is. I much prefer the so close or the applause over this. Ah, he said underwear. Oh, it's so funny. He says underwear. Yeah. So you and your fucking underwear. Oh, you. So funny. Yeah, it kind of doesn't quite get over the line of into taunt territory. Definitely feels more emoty than a taunt, so... I'm not big on it. Yeah, the animation work is very stiff, so I'm not a fan. I think I'm allowed to be extra picky with taunts moving forward because we're just going to keep getting more and more and more. So I want, like, better and better taunts to be added. Trophy Hunter. Sure. Sure. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not a fan of the giant bullets on the side of the hat. I feel like that would, like, you could have just put them in his breast pocket. I think that would have been better than on his head. It looks weird having this object jutting out from the side of his face. I don't like it. But the rest of it's fine. I think the rest is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Fairly inoffensive. The paint region is relatively tame. I think it's good. I think it's good. Yeah, it's a nice hunting set. Boring, but works. Listen, I think it's fine. I think it's good. Yeah, I would also appreciate a no camo style. I think I would agree with that. A no camo style would be appreciated. But even without, I think it's fine. Sure, why not? Seen that already. Seen it already. Seen it already. Come on, guys, give me something different here. Striped. Okay, I gotta piss real quick. I'm also thirsty. I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds. Enjoy my webcam looking at my chair. Holy shit. It is so fucking hot today. It's ridiculous. You want to guess how hot it is here right now? I have an air conditioner running next to me and it's not helping me at all. It's unbelievable how hot it is today. Let me just do a quick check of the weather here. Fuck me. Oh my god, dude. Really? This sucks. Oh my god. It is 108 degrees today. So, that's what is that, 42 centigrade? Something like that? 42, 43? What is that? 42? Yeah, it's 42 degrees centigrade today. Fuck me. Or 108 degrees Fahrenheit. Fucking sucks. I am so ready for summer to be over. This is misery. Honestly, yeah. If I cracked an egg on the hood of my car, on the hood of my truck, I could probably fry it. I could probably fry it. The egg would definitely fry on the hood of my truck right now. It's insane. It's 108 degrees Fahrenheit, or 42 degrees centigrade. Misery. Am I near Fort Worth? No, I'm in South Texas. I am in South Texas, and it's a hot bitch today. It is a hot bitch. No, I got no slop today, unfortunately. Am I getting to Robotnik degrees yet? I feel like the mustache is too Salvador Dali. I feel like it's not thick enough to be quite... It's not quite at Robotnik levels yet. I think it's gonna have to stay at Salvador Dali in terms of form and function. I gotta grow it out more. Richter, I appreciate it, but we'll talk later. Like there was a time and place. This was not the time nor place. Thank you for criticism. Still amateur, so I hope the item was in it. No, it's not. No, it wasn't offensive at all. Just, you know, practice makes perfect. Don't give up. Keep working. You keep going, you make better stuff. Don't stop. Anyways, Striped looks really good. This is like, who did this? A cool-ass caterpillar. Does he use a base? Team-colored custom war paint featuring a stripe gimmick. Is it only a handful of these weapons, or is it like an actual full-blown war paint? Let me see. Nope, it's a full-blown war paint. This is really good. This is really nice. Clean, love the colors, the simple, like, I guess you can call it a racing stripe. Simple racing stripe. This is... Dude, this is great. This is really good. I love this. Like, there have been, like, many race car-themed war paints, like racing stripe-themed war paints, what have you. This one is, like, the simplest I've seen, and it handles it the best. It just looks really nice. I like this a lot. I like it. Yeah, I want this in game. I would use this. This is really, really clean. It's really good. I mean, yeah, the Persian Persuader looks weird because ultimately you're just at the mercy of, like, the shape of the weapon model for a perfectly straight line. But, yeah, sure, I will link this one in chat because this one just looks really good. I would love to have this in game. It's fucking great. Like, I hope to God we don't get a war paint. We're not gonna get a war paint case for Scream Fortress. There's no way. If they do add a war paint case for Scream Fortress, it's gonna be full of shit. It's gonna be full of shitty Halloween-themed crap. I hope they don't do that. I pray to God, if they add a war paint case this year, they add it in wintertime, and it's not gonna be themed. Please, no. No themed war paints. They suck. They're all horrible. Holiday-themed shit sucks in general, unless it's like a cool Halloween-restricted item for TF2. Otherwise, we don't need, like, more pumpkins, bones, and skulls, and bats, and Christmas trees, and ornaments, and presents. Fuck. No. Good war paint, though. I love it. This is really old. So stupid. So dumb. Oh my god. Horrible cosmetic. Another billion witch hats to TF2. Instead of like another $1 billion to Ukraine. Another billion witch hats for TF2. Oh, fuck me. Also, I think we can end the poll in that an overwhelming majority of people think that the hazmat head case looks really weird on Sniper. I think that's a win. That's a majority. Anyways, moving on. Saw that already. Again, this just doesn't look like TF2. You've made something that is not TF2. If you Halloween restrict it, fine, but just no, I don't think this is appropriate for like year-round cosmetic, and even as a Halloween cosmetic, it's just not, it's not TF2. It just feels like something from any other game. Just, eh. I'm not a fan of it. 500 skeleton clip art war paints. Yes. Yeah, it would look good in a different game. It's definitely a nice item for something that is not TF2, but I just don't think it's appropriate for TF2. I really don't. Heavy rain. So it's just rain. Is there a cloud? Or is it just rain? So, I have to say this every time. Taunt effects were a mistake. They should have never been added to TF2. They're giant, gaudy eyesores that have no business being in the game. But if we're gonna keep getting them, if we're gonna keep getting taunt effects, if we're gonna keep getting taunt effects, I'm very appreciative of those that are not giant fluorescent eyesores. I'm appreciative of ones that are tame, that pull their punches, that hold themselves back. It's just rain. I can appreciate that. It's just not, it's not the worst. However, yeah, I think it's fine. I would much rather take this than, like, the bugs we got. Than the bugs we got for summer. Like, some summertime or springtime rain just makes more sense, I guess. And is a more subtle effect. I appreciate the subtlety with this one. Very much so. This one just looks weird, doesn't it? I don't know, it looks weird. Something is off about this one. It makes Pyro's head and face look too human. I think that's the problem. Like, Pyro shouldn't have human features, like a defined nose, or like a chin, and like a jawline. It looks bizarre. Yeah, it doesn't feel like Pyro at all. It's kind of bizarre. Yeah, if it was just the goggles on Pyro's normal head, then I think that would be fine. It's based off the beta leak. It's based off his beta leak human face. Yeah, there's a reason why they kept it in beta, I guess. Yeah, it's just not, it's not great. I'm not a fan of it. Looks weird. Don't disagree that this one's strange, but my reasoning is very bad. How is my reasoning bad? That it gives Pyro too many human features? Like, the head shape with the chin and the nose and the jawline just doesn't feel like... It looks too much like a mask pulled over, like a thin mask pulled over Pyro's head. That's my gripe with it. It just does not look like Pyro. I honestly fail to see how this is bad reasoning. Do you want him to be an octopus? No, of course I don't want him to be an octopus. I'm just saying that the shape of it is odd. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. At least Halloween restricted? Sure. If it was Halloween restricted, fine, I guess. But one doesn't need to be Halloween restricted based off its theming. And I feel like saying, yeah, sure, fuck it, Halloween restricted is more of an excuse for like, yeah, sure, fuck it, anything goes, when you should still kind of hold yourself back and keep the things that you're adding to the game appropriate. So, I don't know, I'm not big on this one. It just looks strange. Global Contender. Have I seen this one? I feel like I have. I'm pretty sure that I have. I'm 90, yeah, I went through this collection before. Yeah, I went through this entire collection. I'll comment on this one again. Just looks really good. Just looks really good. Good, fantastic color palettes. Just the right amount of gold detail. It looks awesome. Just really good. I like it. It's really clean. The sticker is awesome. Fuck. Really, really good war paint. I hope it's orientation locked. Yeah, so he wants orientation lock. Please implement orientation lock on the textures. Yes, absolutely. Very good. I like it. It's good shit. Jesus, guys. I feel like I've seen this set. I have seen this set. Yep, seen this set. Looks really good. I think it's awesome. Really nice jacket and hat combo for Medic. Really nice. The hat is fucking sick. The hat and the mustache combo. Really, really nice. Just a good set. I like it. Should be added. Spike plant? Huh? Spike plant. Oh, it's based off the aloe vera plant. So I like how he calls it a spike plant. It's aloe vera. Or any other, or another cactus that looks like aloe vera. Or a yucca, I guess. It could be a yucca. It could be a yucca, it could be aloe vera. It's hard to know. But spike plant. Spike plant skin. Yeah, it's cute. Sure. It would be a cute addition if Valve added skins like this again. It's lazy? This is not lazy at all. I think this is really well done. You see how, like, the texturing changes from tip down to the handle? It goes from, like, the brown dirt at the base all the way up to, like, this nice leaf texture. The colors are really well thought out. The gradient is really well thought out. The custom wear looks good. This isn't lazy at all. I think this is great. I think this is fine. It'd be like, it would be a nice, cute skin to have. I see no problems with this. Colors are fine. It's just, I think it's okay. I think it's cool. I think it's good. I don't get how you think thing on head is bad design, but thing on weapon isn't. Because this isn't retaining the shape of the thing. It's taking elements of the thing and translating them over to the weapon model. Colors, textures, what have you. If you just put this plant on someone's head, that looks like shit. That would be utmost plant on head, with no thought and no creative application at all. Just taking the plant and stapling it onto the onto a mercenary player model. That is the distinct difference. Moving on. What the fuck? Oh, it's, the fucking movie? What's the fucking movie? Watchmen. It's a Watchmen reference. I couldn't remember. The hat's okay, I guess. The hat's okay. What about the coat? The tame paint region, I appreciate. It looks chunky. It looks oddly... looks weird. Colors are fine, paint region's fine, but the modeling work is not the best. It's not horrible. It's not great. And then you have this mask. Yeah, I feel like it might be a bit too on the nose. Yeah, the coat's a bit big. I agree, the coat's a bit big. Looks strange. Yeah, I'm kind of iffy. I'm iffy on it. It's not too much, but it's also a little on the nose. At least the mask is, and also like the hat with the pin. Can I have a style without the pin? I don't like the pin. Oh, is the whole head paintable? Better fucking not be. I don't like that. Yeah, the paint on the mask is bad too. They just should have kept the skull paintable and not the whole head. That would have looked better than painting the entire balaclava. But whatever. Yeah, I don't like the mask. I don't like the coat. The hat is okay, but can I have a style without the pin? That'd be good. Oh yeah, but if you... Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot, yeah. If you average the colors, then it's okay. If you average the colors, then it's okay. Oh my god. Yeah, here comes the Crimson Chin, Jesus Christ. It's a little gross, I agree. It looks kind of weird. Can I see how it looks in game, or is it just gonna be... So... Here's my stance on cosmetics that change the shape of a mercenary's face. Personally, I don't like them. I think they look weird. I think preserving as much of a character's original appearance is incredibly important. And when you, like, make a mercenary fat, or when you do shit like this, it looks bizarre. Or if you, like, change the nose structure, it just looks strange. It doesn't look like them anymore. If you're gonna do this, I think they're fine as Halloween-restricted cosmetics. So, as a Halloween-restricted one, I think it's fine. It doesn't look as bad as, like, Fat Demo Man or Fat Engineer or what have you. But, as a Halloween-restricted thing, fine. As a year-round thing, absolutely not. Looks like the level... I like the level 3 chin. I mean, you can like it. I don't like it. Eh. Halloween restricted, fine. Otherwise, no. Didn't I look at this before? I feel like I've been through this entire collection. I don't know if I want to do an entire collection today. I'm sorry. I feel like I'll pick one. Okay, you know what, fuck, I'll do rapid fire. Boardwalk sniper rifle. Okay, so are these just individual, unique skins? If so, cool. Yep, that one's fine. I like it. I gotta close my door. So yeah, I think that one's fine. Captain's quarters revolver. I think that looks good. Simple and clean. I dig it. I vote yes. Deep Sea SMG. Shiny and gold. Very simple. Clean. I like it. Good. Driftwood shotgun. Seen this one before. Clean, simple. Texture work is immaculate. Very good. Eyeglass sniper rifle. I feel like you could have added more details to this one. I feel like you could have added more of, like, the the like when the pieces of the spyglass collapse onto each other. I feel like you could add more of those rims, right, onto the scope. I think that would look nicer. Like it's been extended out. You see like the rims of the individual parts. So I think that would be better for this one. Freshwater flame. Scales. Scales tend to look really, really bad in TF2. In fact, that's explicitly stated on the original guidelines for the TF2 workshop, is to avoid fine details like scales. Otherwise, it ends up looking really noisy. If you're gonna do scales, don't have this many colors. Have slight, very slight variations of color from scale to scale, but don't have them contrast that strongly with each other. It's a bit too noisy. I don't like it for that reason. Harbor Medigun. Simple, it's clean, I like it, good. See no problems with that one. And then another Lighthouse one. See, like, here we go. This is the better Lighthouse war paint. I like this one. The white is muted, the team color is more muted, you got the wood on there. This is way nicer than the other Lighthouse skin that we got. I think that one's really good. Marine pistol. The blue is muted enough where it's not gonna hurt. Like, if you're holding a red pistol on blue team, I think that's just fine. It's not great. Sea wave pistol. Generally, water textures tend to look pretty bad. Thankfully, this one's relatively simple enough. Unfortunately, you don't want to have, like, blue-green for the red variant. It's not going to look really good on red team. I think you should have gone for, like, a... You could have done, like, orange water, like, you know, like, water... So, like, the sun setting over the ocean and having, like, an orange hue on the water, like the sun bouncing off of it, and then keep the blue for the blue side. And then the shoreline sticky bomb launcher, fairly inoffensive. The random seashell element isn't too on the nose or in your face. It's not like a super gaudy, noisy, ugly-ass texture. I think it's fine. Honestly, I would say I would have done without the stickers entirely, or just have one starfish on there, or one shell. The fewer random elements, the better, in my opinion. So, if I were to rate these, yes, no, change the red variant. Oh yeah, white whale minigun. I've seen this one before. This one's really fucking good. Awesome. Like, these scales look better because they're all the same color with all the same color outline. This works really well. If you have scales being different colors, then that's ugly. That's what you need to do with the scales on that other war paint. That's why it looks weird. So, yes, no, yes, sure, absolute yes, sure, needs work, change the scales colors, that one's fine, yes, absolutely yes, yes, and yes. Okay. My music ended. Very good collection of skins overall. Minor tweaks on some of them, then it'd be immaculate. 100%. The High Rollers expansion. Putting the High Rollers textures on more weapons, which I think would be really cool. High Rollers minigun would be sick. High Rollers shotgun, sick. All of the rest of these would be fucking sick. I think it's cool. Yes. Be great. I love the idea. Can we have this, please? See, okay, if I hold still long enough, YouTube is going to detect this as the thumbnail. Okay. See if that works. Yes, for this, 100%. Just ugly. It's just ugly. God, it's fucking hideous. Ugh. What? There's zero redeeming qualities with this at all. It's just a hairless cat head slapped on the pyro. Ugh. This is really ugly. Like, it's like, even for furries, this is really unappealing. I think it's really bad. So this goes back to my points of, like, thing on head. Or just replace Pyro's head with literally anything. Therefore, it's okay. Just, I think it's bad. No, I know it's not furry. And if this were for furries, they would be upset because this is not furry at all. Like, it would not be a good furry cosmetic. Also, I broke my toenail. How did I do that? I don't like it. I think it's shit. I think it's ugly and does not belong in the game. Mandarin Merked. Why Mandarin? Sure. Yeah, good color palette, simple texture work. I like the sticker. Everything works well here. This would make for like a sleek commando grade, perhaps. I like it. I think it's good. What's the wear look like? The wear is fine. Nothing wrong with the wear. Yeah, simple, good. I really don't see much issue with this. Maybe the black could stand to be broken up by something. Maybe you could add like a tile texture or metal plates. Something to give it a little bit of something else going on. I think this war paint might benefit from that. We have bird head replacements for literally every class. At least those have charm. At least those have facial flexes, those have voice lines. Like, those have charm. The fucking just giving the pyro a cat head does not, right? All of them being Halloween restricted is an absolute necessity. But again, with the fucking bird heads, at least they're like Medic's head is a dove because he has the doves. Makes sense. Demo Man is a parrot because, you know, pirate eye patch. You know, yeah. There's infinitely more charm and infinitely more character with all of the fucking bird heads than that shitty cat head for pyro, which has no charm, no character, and is just ugly. There's no redeeming qualities at all with that fucking cat head. What are the do's and don'ts of adding custom wares to war paints? So generally, the number one thing I see people do that ends up looking bad is you want the custom wear underneath your primary textures to be the same, if not less detailed. If you put more detail on the underlying wear, the way it mixes with the wear blend textures makes it look really bad and fuzzy and noisy. That's like the number one thing to avoid. Generally, beyond that, you don't want the underlying wear to have a lot of additional colors. Like if you wear down to something like, say, a rainbow, that also ends up making a war paint look really noisy. For example, there's one on the workshop where it's just a black and gray war paint, but as it wears, it reveals like a vibrant rainbow underneath, like those scratch artworks you got as a kid, right? Like the sheets of black paper, you'd scratch off the black paint and reveal the rainbow underneath that you're drawing by carving away the black paint. That was the inspiration behind that war paint. But because of the way the scratches work, it ends up looking really noisy and busy with all of the colors and all of the scratches, so generally avoid doing that. You want your underlying wear texture to be inherently simple, and you want the colors to blend relatively well with the primary color palette. You can get away with things that are pretty extreme and gaudy. For example, you have Ghoul Blaster on here. So Ghoul Blaster is, I think, one of the few war paints that handles a brighter wear texture relatively well, where the overlying textures mesh with the palette reasonably well, but then with increasing wears, you get like lighter green blood. It gets away with it because it's just a solid texture underneath. And also they replace the blood to be green, so all the colors mesh together relatively well. So this is pretty good if you're gonna go for a lighter custom wear underneath. Other than that, another example, don't have different patterns on top of each other. Like, for example, don't have stripes wear down to a grid underneath. Because again, the way the wear blends work with each other, you're gonna have two different patterns overlapping each other, and it's gonna make it really noisy. So if you have a patterned texture, have it wear down to a solid color. That looks better. Or if you have solid colors, have them wear down to solid color. Again, keep your underlying textures simpler than the ones on top, never the other way around. Otherwise, it's gonna look too busy and pretty ugly. Beyond that, go crazy. and see what you can come up with. General rules for custom wares. Mandarin Merc is good. I saw this one before. It's just a 3D skull. It's really bad. It's like they just put something in Blender and then just... I forgot how bad this looks. God. They just took a fucking... What the fuck? Ugh. Really bad. Not TF2. This is just something they carved out in Blender and put it in the game and said, yeah, sure, fuck it, good enough. Really bad. Moving on. Mickey Mouse gloves? I don't think that's a good idea. Reason being, Soldier's hands take up a shitload of visual real estate on his model, and if you can paint his hands any color, that's a really bad idea. That's gonna add a lot more visual noise to the model, and it's gonna occlude readability. I don't think that's a good idea. Because you could combine those gloves with other cosmetics you can paint, and it will really fuck with team recognition. The gloves as a concept are fine, just don't make them paintable. Don't make them paintable. No, yeah, I have the cold front curb stompers. I do. And I know these are paintable. I can give an example. Yeah, so the cold front curb stompers are paintable. Do I have paint? What paints do I have right now that I can just use real quick? Purple. Just use purple with the cold front curb stompers. I think you can use it with these. Yeah. So, for example, now that I've painted them, not a good idea. Not a good idea. Bad. Nope. Should not have that on Soldier. See what I mean? It's not that bad. I beg to differ. I think it's pretty bad. I think it looks really ugly. I don't think it's a good idea at all. Oh, that's right, you can I don't care, it's like 20 cents. 20-cent paint that I'm never going to use. I don't care. A more literal example here. Also, I think, actually, I could do that as well. Let me do, because I can do cold front. So, for instance, I can inspect the item on the Soldier, and now, let's say I throw on colors similar to Slate. And then I put on a couple other cosmetics that include team color, and you're off to the races. Not a good idea. No thanks. Not interested. Paintable gloves is not a good idea. It's like a PNG of a piece of foil. It's just a PNG of a piece of foil. I love it. It's just a picture. It's a 2012, by the way. Holy God. So dumb. Oh shit. I like how they kept like his fucking sideburns going down. Hershey Kiss. Yeah, it's a fucking Hershey Kiss, not a fucking tinfoil hat. It's a Hershey Kiss. What flavor of chocolate is the engineer? What flavor of chocolate is the engineer? Do we know? Is he milk chocolate? Is he dark chocolate? Is he white chocolate? Some other variant of chocolate? I think he's milk chocolate. Vanilla. Engineer's vanilla flavor. Seems like a white chocolate. Okay. If you like white chocolate by itself, how many of you in here eat white chocolate by itself? I'm curious. Who in here eats white chocolate on its own with nothing else? Like, you just go and get a white chocolate bar and eat that shit. I see a lot of you, and now that you've ousted yourselves, I get to insult you. You have shit taste. You have shit taste. And there's no argument. There is no arguments. There are no refutations. There are no arguments. if you eat white chocolate on its own, I consider you subhuman. Who goes out of their way to buy a white chocolate bar from the store and they just eat it? I have to insult you. If I see you in person, I'm not going to acknowledge you. I don't consider you as my fellow man if you enjoy just white chocolate on its own. Like, white chocolate on other things is totally fine. But white chocolate on its own? I have to fight you. We're going to get in a fist fight if I ever meet you in person. That's just how it's going to have to go. White chocolate sucks on its own. Listen, I'm just the messenger. It's just the way it is. All right? Just the way it is. However, I will say, white chocolate Reese's. I will say white chocolate Reese's cups. Pretty good. White chocolate Twix, you know, pretty good. But just plain white chocolate, no. What do you mean that? Okay, how is white chocolate Reese's an acquired taste? How is white chocolate Reese's an acquired taste? How? Elaborate. Explain this to me. Now I'm hungry. Shut up. Well, go get food. White chocolate Kit Kats. I generally love all of the, like, the Japanese flavored Kit Kats. I would love to go back to Japan, if only to hunt down every flavor of Kit Kat that I can. Because there were so many, and I only had, like, 3. I had melon, I had strawberry, and I had matcha. What do you mean, weeb? I have traveled the world. I'm gonna go back to a location I liked. I'm gonna go back to Japan. I will conquer the land. It will be mine. Be mine! Japan will be mine! Yes! Spicy chocolate's amazing. Spicy chocolate is just... oof. Sweet and spicy is a match made in heaven on either savory or sweet foods. In the UK, we have mint dark chocolate Kit Kats. They're very nice. We have a mint Kit Kat here in America. I don't know if it's the same thing. He hates white chocolate but likes spicy chocolate? Yes. They're incomparable. White chocolate is on the lowest tier of chocolate. I'm gonna go to Japan and get my hashtag furry women. Oh, God. Most Japanese women would not date a Western man, I think. I have seen that. Yeah, and white chocolate isn't even chocolate. All the cocoa has been removed. Fun fact, they have Tabasco chocolate. Tabasco chocolate is a real thing. I've had it before. It's not good. If you can't tell, I'm getting tired. I'll cover these last few links, and then I'm going to stop for the day. Power panel. Power panel looks good. Texture works great. Colors are great. Looks nice. I dig the little lights on the side. They're not too intrusive. I think it's good. Another, as the kids say, banger war paint from Mr. Fantac here. Very well done. I like it. Good shit. Second to last, seen this one before. I think it's great. And, fairly inoffensive cosmetic, I guess. It's not great. I don't see any issues with it. Just button eyes. I don't know. Is it slop? I wouldn't consider it slop, but it's not horrible. I will force my way to Texas now. Be wary. Well, I'll be waiting for you. Anyway, I'm gassed out. I've been talking for almost 3 hours straight, and generally, I get tired when I talk that long. So, and I know there was a shitload more links that I did not get to. I'm sorry, there's just a lot. A lot of people send shit. Can't get to it all, I apologize. So, I think that's a good stopping point. I'm tired. But we can chill for a bit longer. We can debate chocolate if you want. Time for the rest. There's like 200 more links that I'll just never be able to get to. It is too many. Too many. But I appreciate y'all sending them in. Like, you guys are the ones that make these streams possible. It's way more fun having people send links in than just browsing random shit on the workshop. Because, two things. People who want feedback on their work are gonna get it. And second, it's more fun to have people send things in that they want me to comment on. It's more interactive with people, so just... Y'all make this shit happen. Very fun that you guys send these things in. Very fun. So, actually, I'm gonna stop the recording now, and then we'll just chill out for a few minutes. So, bye, YouTube. Thank you for watching.